Hey guys, how are we doing today? Hopefully everything sounds good and it's not cutting me off. Was listening to a couple of the VODs. This is a milestone episode. This is episode 10 of the last call OOTP show, and we have evolved since PTCS. I've now expanded into bronze, and I am considering open. Wildcard still in play with wild card with the 4D. Just got to work on that roster a little more, just do a little more tweaks. But one thing that I have gotten into, and I will start this because we still got like 25 minutes before we get into the Soriee. Um, the plan is to do Soriee and the open low cap, which is basically right after it. If we have to go back and forth, we'll go back and forth. Um, Both of them are 1,500 points. I'm gonna go over that cap roster, but I just wanted to show what happened earlier today. So in silver cap this week, I've already had two top eights, and I got in today's super cap, and we won the damn thing, which is absolutely amazing for us because we were pretty dominant from the beginning. We went 30 and 11 in those in this tournament. But the greatest thing is we scored 389 runs. Only my buddy from Telluride scored more. The fact that this team hit 113 home runs as a team is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Yeah, they hit 113 home runs and had an OPS over 1. This was at Cool Ray. I do get it, but we're gonna go over this roster just to get it just to get it going. Um, I did one of the things that I did differently from my PTCS roster is I obviously still only I'm going with more silvers because obviously there's more cap space than there was in PTCS. PTCS it was like 1375, whereas this one is I want to say adjusting the sound. Bear with me. I'm seeing it going in the red, and that kind of scares me. It gives me about 125 more points to work with here. Um, so instead of having two combinators, two silvers. I have 7. But I wanted to bronze to just get an idea of who was good, who wasn't good. I got some help from Gotti. I got some help from Seawit and a couple other people on this stream when I did the initial PTCS build. Got a solid roster. We finished in the top 16 in silver, and considering the ride that you guys saw on Saturday was just a roller coaster, beating uh, Florence and West Hartford, I decided to get into more caps because of it, and I was able to find some bronzes to fill out the roster. I did add a couple combinators in Presley and Garver. Both of those guys were combined, I want to say 22K before bringing them all up. Either way, both of them have been godsends. Presley had 13 home runs, 36 RBIs. Sorry about that. Just telling my wife goodbye here. Good night. And yeah, Presley and Garver have been great for me. We added Sandy Vance just before PTCS. We added Brandon after PTCS, and Balboni was a late add in PTCS as well. I don't have a lot of commoners. As what you see here is what you get. It's Presley, Garver, Vance, Brandon, and Balboni. So with these guys, I focused on a lot of power. I focused on eye. Pitching wise, I just tried to tried to find the five best starters that I could find. It, so I kind of focused on the offense and I kind of focused on the rotation. As for like the bullpen, Sandy Vance is in case of he's a starter in case of glass type of pitcher. So if any of these guys decide to falter, he can come in and at least eat innings. Um, John Coleman and Curry Foley, they're better as hitters, but with the bullpen, I just wanted to find guys that had a decent enough control. Except obviously Foley's just there to hit and be the 12th pitcher. But I just wanted to get guys to get at least throw pitches over the plate and pray to God that they don't get sent to the moon at Coolray Park. So guys like Ken, see that's Vance. I need to work on him. But like guys like Ken Trinkle doesn't allow the home run. Guys like Nate Conjero, who's got good control, doesn't give up the home run. He can also be used as a starter in case of a catastrophe with his 12 stuff. Hannon, another guy that could start if I need him, but that's if I'm really desperate and I don't have anybody left. Chris Walsh, another guy that could start, borderline starter. I would severely pitch count him. Like I would make sure that or batter's face, he wouldn't see more than 2 times of the order. He'd probably be 18 batter's face, something like that. Clyde Wright, another guy. He can get deep into the game to eat innings if I can't use which kind of reminds me if he's even available as a. Wow, he's actually going for 17. I will wait. Just wanted to see out of random things here. Um, but the main focus on this is this offense, and this offense is just I put together a pretty good offense. Mitch Garver, Mitch Garver hit was hitting 400 for most of this tournament. Had 11 home runs, 34 RBIs. He walked 16 times. He got on base 47% of the time. He had a WAR near 2 in 47 games. Pretty crazy. Scored 41 times. He did a lot. And he was the starting catcher for Gene Tenets. I replaced him in round 2 when they were struggling. And he just took off. He got the start. When did I start him? Yeah, but as you could see, I think I started him full time in round 2. And at one point in time, he was hitting 440. He had 9 straight hits, I think. Let me look at this. See how he did. Game log this. Garver's last time up, he flew out. Yeah, he had 9 straight hits at one point in time against this team right here. Yeah, he had 9 straight hits before the final. So he came into the final hitting 440, 523, 868. Something absolutely bonkers. Gene Tenets started off slow, but he came on late to bring up his average to 256. But his tournament was He started out 2 for 20, and then he didn't pick up till late, and he was able to get back into the starting lineup late, and he picked up his average from 0.71 to 256. There's let's go to batting stats. Adam Dunn hit 16 home runs. I mean, Dickie Thon he's just good everywhere. He can play in league. He can play anything. He can do whatever he wants. He hit 12. Bagwell only played against lefties for the most part. He still hit 9. Maxwell played part-time. He hit 8. I benched Tenets most of the time, and he hit 7. The only regular not to hit a home run is Bill Sweeney, and he still hit 390. Forgive him, for he has sinned. He did not hit a home run in this tournament, but he only has 28 power and 15 versus lefties, so forgive that man. But yeah, Russell Brandon was a good pickup. I really like his versatility. He's only 5 points against the cap, and he hits just as good as a lot of guys that would cost more. He can play first, he can play third, he can play the outfield. Very good versatile bat there. Steve Balboni, he can hit for power. I don't know if I have room for him as a first baseman yet. I want to keep him on the roster because I think I use him primarily against lefties. But the main thing is for a cap roster, you want to spend as little on the bullpen and your bench as possible to bring the best your best starters and your best offense in the starting lineup forward. And in Silver Cap right now, it's at cool race, so everything just gets absolutely hit. Hey, Cheeky. Hey, nice stream. Hopefully that silver roster does help out. I know you got to look at a couple more things. Underdog, thank you for the follow. So guys, hopefully I'm not too loud. I'm just adding to the adjusting to the mic here because I got the AC going because it's kind of hot still here. Cheeky, thank you for the raid. Very good stream. I caught most of it. Let me give you a shout out here. I need to get an active blonde here somewhere. But then again, at my time, who's here? Guys aren't following Cheeky already, which I think most of you guys in here are. Feel free to leave a follow. Does great streams at night before me. So, a couple of things for those that weren't here. I did hear back from OOTP about affiliate. They have a lot of stuff going right now with the All-Star game. So I'll hear back, I think, within the next week or two when everybody is back in their office. That was the mini announcement. Right now I'm going over the cap roster because we did win Silver Cap and we won pretty dominant. I'm not going to lie. We avoided Gotti thanks to the Giants. We avoided Tactile. He got knocked out early. That would have been the problem. We avoided Soul. We had Soul and Tactile in the same little pod there. Either way, I just wanted to go over the cap roster. Don't have a lot of combies on this roster. The bullpen, I'm literally just in case break a glass. Please just eat innings. The offense in 41 games hit 113 home runs. I don't think I have an issue with the offense. I added Branyan. I added Sweeney. And I think the other ad was Tenets. Just to have two good catchers, and Tennis can play first base if needed. So I think I've killed enough time to see if Soriee starts in 8 minutes. Who are we playing? Let's see who we're playing in the Soriee real quick. How's everyone doing this fine early morning? in some places and almost midnight where I live. Uh, so we don't have a first round yet. We're just setting up roster. How are we doing in this bronze quick? We will start with the bronze quick if there's a game close. I think that's okay. We got through the first round. Who are we playing? Ooh, laptops in this one. Giants laptop. Get the Surfers. That's Seal Beach. They beat me earlier. See how we are in the silver. Because I want to get to a game before. Oh, yeah, I want to get to a game before. I I don't know if anybody is. Franchise, how you doing, by the way? There's my active mod. Um, let's see. I could look real quick. Because I haven't heard anything yet. I'll hide this for now, because we might do this game before the Soriee goes off. I don't see anything regarding weather at the moment. Is the hurricane still going through Texas franchise? I'm still getting caught up on that situation. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't seen any or heard anything yet, franchise. I am actually feverishly looking at MLB.com and everything to see if there is anything. And I have not seen anything yet. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I'm pretty sure oh, they're in Ohio now. The Thursday. I would keep an eye on the Cincinnati game against Colorado. Because that's in Great American. And yeah, I would keep an eye on the Rockies Reds matchup to see that it may affect that game because that's a 1:10 Eastern start. Underdog, do you know if it's just going through Ohio and going to any other states or just or I could just look at the weather channel. That always helps too. Uh, yeah, I would just for sure the Rockies and Reds. I think that's the one that I would really I haven't looked at this in a while. So like Ellie De La Cruz, I wouldn't play just cause the weather. Or like Tovar, I wouldn't play. Anybody got any suggestions for a shortstop while I'm at it? Because I really can't play Mookie or Ellie. Once again, killing time until we get going here. I started a little earlier than normal too, so that kind of throws stuff off. Landon next, facing Gossman Cortez. I think it's Brian who is starting for Seattle tomorrow. Oh, it's Castillo. Eh. I don't have Skeens, I don't think. No, I don't have Skeens. What the hell? Yeah, enough of that. That music was done. I'm just gonna go with Gore and I guess I'm gonna try Cortez. Maybe yeah, Cortez against Tampa Bay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with them. Is there any relievers starting? No. Can't remember who the Pirates closer is. Is it Holderman? No. Should be in Canada by Thursday. Toronto's on the road, so to answer your question, franchise, the only one I'd really question is Colorado, Cincinnati, and even then, that I think that game will play. I mean, Miami's in Houston, but I don't know how it's looking over there right now. Outside of that, I don't really see anything. I don't see any really games being affected. You know what? They're probably gonna pitch Santos because he's back, but that failed. That was an epic fail. All right, so this game's coming down the pipe at any time now. We'll just do this as a warm-up game before we get into the Soriee. Hey, franchise, you in Soriee tonight? Well, I desperately tried to find a pitcher because I just want somebody to get any points. You think you're in it? Okay. I just wanted to submit a team. It's not a team I use. I'm not in the PT Live. I just want to get some perfect points here because I'm poor, as you can see. So this is gonna be the Body Lake LPs. We're facing John Henry's 5-year pack plan. Their roster looks like it needs a five-year pack plan. As they're playing Victor Gonzalez in the bullpen, which means in so RNG will say John Henry's will win this game and the next game after that because it's OOTP. But we should have the advantage. We are the the biggest addition to this team is Jeff Bagwell because Jeff Bagwell is so good. Like he's like Thom Thon in silver. It's the bronze version of him. But here's the highlights of this game. It's game two. I think it's game one or game two. Either way, we're gonna start off in the top of the first. Jim Abbott's pitching for the USSR. Yes, that is the four-letter thing that they have here. Jeff Bagwell's at the plate. How ironic. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Abbott. That's a fly ball to left center field, and that is deep, and it is not playable. Home run for Jeff Bagwell right away, right on cue. You know what? He's on my league team right now. I kind of put some good guys on the team, so I have Dickey there. I have Utley, so I'm trying to get him at least competitive in Stone just to be there. But yeah, Bagwell looks really good. He's probably I want to say a easily a top 5 in silver. Probably top 3, especially versus lefties. As Bonnie Lake's up 1-0, we are now in the top of the fourth. It's 4-0 LPs. Jimmy Bannon at the plate facing Abbott, mercifully still in this game. Here's the pitch to Bannon, and that is a base hit to the left center field gap. Bannon heading for second. I think he's going to get 3 here as he's going for third. The throw to third is not in time, so we're starting off here with a leadoff triple for Bannon. And it will fast forward to the bottom of the fifth, which usually tells you this game's getting out of hand quickly. It's 6-0. They scored 2 runs in that inning. Brett Saberhagen is still pitching, and he's facing Nick Isaski. Here's the pitch from Brett Saberhagen. That's a fly ball to left. There goes the shutout. It's gone. So mercifully, the shutout's over, but it's still 6-1. So we're still in the bottom of the 6th. Brett Saberhagen's probably tiring. Donnie Bush is on first base. Pete Rose is at the plate. I wonder if he gambled on this game. Here's the pitch to Rose. And he struck him out. And... oh, never mind. It's an infield hit for Rose. It looked like it was a strikeout animation there, but I need a coffee. So here we are, still in the 6th, 6-1. Saberhagen still in the game. Bush and Rose on the base pass. Eric Davis is at the plate. So here's the pitch to Davis. And he strikes him out. So it's a 6th strikeout for Saberhagen. And there's 1 away. And that brings up George Brown. The pitch to Brown is a fly ball to left field. Does this have enough? It does. It's a home run for Brown, and here comes the RNG as it's now 6-4 LPs over the USSR. We're now in the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-4. Saberhagen's still in this game. He's allowed 4 runs. He's kind of tiring. That's a base hit to left field. So this brings the tying run to the plate, and the tying run is George Mitterwald. A lot of names here that I have not seen. Here's the pitch for Saberhagen. And the snap throw the first is not in time. So it's 0-2. Or here's the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out on the changeup. So that's 2 away. So that Pedro Borbon will come in the game. It's the bottom of the 8th. George Brown is up. There's 2 out. Here's the 3-1 count pitch. And that is barely hit to the catcher. That looks like an infield hit, and it is. The 2nd infield hit allowed. And we will fast forward just like that. Ronnie, thank you for the follow, by the way. That will bring it all the way up to the bottom of the 9th at 6-4. Mike Davis is at the plate. Lou Brissy here on relief. Here's the pitch from Brissy. And he strikes him out. 1 away. 1 down. Now it's 2 down. Our wonderful boy Nicky E at the plate. Here's the pitch from Brissy. And it's a ground ball to short. That should be an easy play. The throw to first is in time. And Bonnie Lake will take a 2-0 lead on the 6-4 victory over John Henry's 5-year pack plan. Alright, so the Soriee started. So there's 30 minutes before that first game goes. We will see who we face. Because that's the one that we're waiting on. It's going to be Soriee into the open low cap. It should be right after that's all done. So Ronnie, thank you for the follow. How's your early morning going? At least where it is in the Pacific time zone. Oh, you have 2 teams in the Soriee, so that's 2 teams I got to take out. Oh, I sold my duplicate Brissy. Alright, so I'm now at 5,000 points. We'll look at the tournament tree. Alright, so there's the llamas. Just woke up. Nice. I've been up since 4 a.m. and I have not napped because it's been like 86 degrees here. And up here in the Northwest, we don't have this ability of remembering to get AC. Like I have AC, but it's not really good AC. So this is the month in time or the time in the year where everybody rushes to Lowe's and Home Depot and Amazon and gets all the ACs. It's not 86 right now. I think it's 69 degrees. Nice. It's 69 degrees where I'm at right now, but it was as high as like 92 today, and that is fairly hot for Washington. Um, it usually reserves itself for August. Oh, nice. Yeah, so the house got really hot because the side of the house that I'm on, that's where the sun is. We have all the windows open. I got the AC still going, so it should get cold in here really quick. So yeah, it's just warm in here. It should be fine. It's better than Vegas. I think Vegas it was like 120 degrees. They're like in an extreme heat warning because it's like 116 to like 120 degrees down there right now. And if it felt anything like it was in June, oh dear Lord, that's not good. Where is your other team at? Oh, there's a Grimace. The New York. Hold on. Here we have done it, guys. Grimace has now entered OOTP. The New York Grimace Mets. Oh, 120. Oh, it's great OOTP weather because you're in the AC because they have nothing but AC there. Like it's required to have the AC there. Um, Trying to find your other team and who they're facing. I'm facing the Cleveland Guardians. Um, that's who the first. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're facing Indy. So that your second team is gonna have a tough matchup because if I remember right, the Indy Arrows have a good team. I know Cheeky went to sleep, so I was going to give him my idea of what some of these other rosters look like. You can catch the VOD, and also all the episodes are now up on YouTube, 1 through 9. I will I will copy and paste my YouTube channel because I have not fixed anything regards to that because it's the first time I've actually started it back up again. But you can catch all the VODs there for your viewing pleasure, including the PTCS call, which was probably the most animated I have been. Because I'm usually streaming at this time of night and everybody's asleep. So the Indie Arrows are a one combinator team. This is why I say with all the cards that came out, the tournament cards, the baseball reference cards, the OOTP 25 cards, it has made it an even playing field between teams full of commies and teams not full of commies. I have more in this one because I've not. Well, actually, I have less than I do. This is probably the most commies I have on the roster, but the reality is Bonds barely plays, and in my and the pool that I have, I don't have a whole lot of options because it's just Snapshot and Unsung Heroes. Underdog, I almost made that same mistake in Silver Cap, and I will go back over Silver Cap because not everybody was here for the first time I went over Silver Cap and Cap roster building, and I got 20 minutes to kill here. So, Silver Cap today, the last couple, oh yeah, I gotta remind myself to take off hide sports here. But the last two the 2 days before this, I'd finished top 8, and I finally did it. I finally won silver cap. Um, and with that, it leaves me one non-live silver tournament that's not a weekly that I've yet to win, and that leaves early silver is the only silver tournament I've yet to win. I've won all the other ones. I've won late silver. I won late silver two. I won the Soriee. Um, Now I've won silver cap. I've won 4D. So the only one I have left is early silver. But to go over the cap rosters, the thing that I did is Gotti and Seawit and the people over at his Discord helped me with a base roster. Uh, there was a couple people on this stream when I was going over my initial build that helped me out as well. They know who they are because I'm completely drawing a blank, and we did finish in the top 16 in PTCS. Unlikely victory over Florence and West Hartford. I will brag about that until the cows come home because I now realize how hard that is, and that really helped my confidence when it came to building a roster because I was really having issues of, hey, what am I doing wrong? And then that happened and stuff has started to click. Um, the bullpen, literally just find guys that can get it over the plate and pray to God they don't send it to the moon. So try to use as very little cap points as possible. I do use a 6 starter in case of break glass, bring this guy out if a guy is struggling. So Sandy Vance, he normally would be in a rotation if you're trying to save cap space for your offense. I use him as a 6 starter just in case any of these 5 have issues. And Bob Miller had an ERA over 8.82, which is actually down from the 10 it was in the beginning of the tournament. Uh, so I decided to go with guys with higher stuff in the rotation to make up for all the guys with like 12 stuff and below in my bullpen. John Coleman and Curry Foley, you kind of want guys that can play 2 ways. So like if you go with a 12 pitcher roster, hey Digital, thank you for the follow. So if you go with a 12 pitcher roster, which is a must because silver cap is best at 9, Curry, Foley, and John Coleman they become very valuable because they're good hitters. Coleman not as good as Foley, but he's got decent contact, he has decent eye. Oh yeah, it's a great feeling. Um, I also got Florence in bronze cap today, and he mercifully swept me in free. But yeah, it's really good when you're able to go battle with them. Um, but yeah, John Coleman, very good hitter. He can play in the outfield. He can play first base if you absolutely need him. But he is not Curry Foley. Curry Foley ended up starting at DH for me at one point versus lefties. Like pitching, anything you get out of him is a bonus. Anything you don't want to throw him 13.2 innings pitch. I just had no choice. But he's a phenomenal hitter for 40. I think he's four. I'm sorry, he's 1 cap point, but he has 90 power. He can get the bat on the ball. He plays good enough. He's more of a DH, unlike Coleman, who's more of an outfielder than a DH. But you kind of want those guys that can play both ways. It's like a lot of the Negro League guys. They can play. There's a couple guys that can pitch and hit at the same time. Probably not as good for the value that they have when it comes against the cap. Well, with that, I was able to load up on offense. Mitch Garver, 14K. He's one of the 5 combinators I have on this team. He hit over. He hit near 400 in this tournament. He hit 11 home runs. Before the final, he was hitting 440. He had 9 straight hits at one point. He is also the semifinals MVP. Um, like Jeff Bagwell, guys. Jeff Bagwell could probably play gold. He could. I don't know about low diamond. I know he could probably play in gold. Low diamond, I have not even began to wrap my mind around that yet. So, but Bagwell's really good. Jim Presley, he was 8K. I think I got him for 8K. He's been absolutely phenomenal too. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get a good offense together. Because at Coolray Field, you know they're gonna hit for power. It's like 1.2 everywhere. You load up on offense, you have good enough pitching, and pray your bullpen doesn't blow the game. That is the main thing that you need from Silver Cap. Um, get guys on base, have them knock them in. You can see. I am not. I don't know too much of the diamond cards. Um, but with this victory, I was able to get Jose Rio, and since I'm not really trying in league, I was able to get enough to where I can get Paul DeJong's Combinator. It's also the most I've ever spent on a Combinator. But just for the bronze team, the bronze, I think you do need a couple of strong combinators just to round out your roster. Like you can get by without it, but if you're gonna run into Gotti or Lava or teams like that, you're gonna need some firepower when it comes to that side of it. I know it's tough. I know some people, it's a very polarizing thing, but that's what I've noticed. Um, but I'm using that same roster for Silver Cap and Open Load tonight because it's also 1500. So there's gonna be some teams I know are gonna have higher than anything silver than I have, and they're probably gonna go with studs and duds. Hopefully, I have a rounded out roster that we can make a run in that. We won that first round series against John Henry's as expected. This is also like the first quarterfinal I've made all night. But it looks like we're going to face Toledo. Oh, all the strong teams are sleeping. So I do have a chance to win something. But I wanted to go over my bronze roster as well because I just started bronze last week just to scout for PTCSs to find guys to have the capability of being okay in PTCS. But this is what I have for bronze. I just added DeJong's Combinator. But this is what Gotti had helped him and see what got me started on. There's still some people that I feel like I need to get or to add to the roster. Like maybe CJ Wilson. I don't think I have CJ Wilson. I think it's CJ Wilson. Yeah, I need to add him first. Yeah, I'm still messing around with silver just to see. I love Wiseblock because if anybody tries to do the follow bot thing, it just kills it right away. Um, can CJ Wilson play over Charlie Wilson? I'm not sold on Charlie Wilson yet. See, Wilson has more control. more stuff, 22 more stuff, 21 less control. So you're getting more stuff. Everything else is the same. Yeah, I'm gonna try Wilson over CJ over Charlie. And if that doesn't work out, I can always go back. And I do individual uh pitching strategies for my pitchers. I've had a lot more success doing that. Uh, At least that it's worked for me. Don't like the intentional walk. You can hold the runners, please hold the runners. Infield in, I don't play a whole lot. He's a fly ball pitcher, so I'm gonna lean towards shifting the outfield. So that should be good there. See, like I'm no longer playing Jake Stahl. Like Jake Stahl has been a staple in some of my silver teams, and now Jake Stahl, I'm not even playing it because Bagwell's so good, and I like that Wally Joyner card too much. I'm still debating if I can add Vince Coleman to the roster either, because Coleman may be the only guy in bronze that can actually steal bases. So let's save that. We should be close to a Soriee. Yes, we are 5 minutes away from that. So who do they have on their roster? So they have Jim Abbott, they have Britt Burns. Have fun with that. Chuck Carey, Sean Hill, George Zenelon. Hill and Burns, I got burned by their combinators. I no longer have them. I They cannot be saved. They might work in this format because the pool's limited. But I probably would have liked Jesse Hahn over Burns. Their bullpen's pretty good considering McDermott was a guy I had for a while. This is what happens when you don't have a plan and you go accommodators. You get guys like this guy, think he's good, and then get absolutely blasted, and then you're sunk cost. Um, haven't seen too much of Urban Shocker. Offensively, it's what. Oh, they have. Oh, he's eligible. I did not know Wally Joyner was available. Sorry, Jake. I got 3 minutes to add Wally Joyner. I like Joyner over Stahl. So Joyner versus Wright. Don, you can play first base, which means Deion James, you're the DH. Congratulations. Generate cards. Because Dave Nielsen can play catcher. Fix this. Alright, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit this team so I don't forget. now that we have joiner. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm going to take the break here, and then we'll have game one between Cleveland and Bonnie Lake when I come back. So once again, guys, thank you for being here this fine evening slash morning, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I know the ad's still 10 minutes in process, and I'm sorry for the ads because Twitch is just forcing me to do it. So I'm just trying to get it out of the way, and it gives me time to go get my drink. I don't have a sponsor yet, so I'm not going to tell you what the drink is, but it's something to keep me awake for the night. So we're just sitting here, we're waiting for game one to come in. OOTP has been a little slow when it comes to the games loading in, for me at least. But game one coming down the pipe here anytime now. But this is the first actually Soriee I've done this week. I've been doing mostly bronze and the cap. But here we go, game one between the Guardians and the LPs here. We're going to start in Cleveland. We're going to start in the bottom of the first here. It's no score. Adolfo Phillips is at second base. Hassan Kim is at the plate. Jamie Moyer is on the mound for the LPs. Here's the pitch from Moyer. It's a ground ball to first, and it's through for a base hit. This might score a run. The throw is cut off. Bad relay. Either way, the Guardians are up 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0. Two out here. Jim Pagliani at first base. Wayne Causey is at the plate for the Guardians. Here's a pitch from Moyer. It's a fly ball to left field. It's got enough carry, and it is gone. So just like that, Cleveland jumps up 3-0 in the second off the home run from Causey. So now we'll fast forward to the top of the fourth here. 3-0 Cleveland, nobody out. Bill Sweeney at second base. Tom Pavlitic at the plate. Here's the pitch from Britt Burns. And that is caught, and that'll double up the runner. 2 away. Line shot to Hielan, and Hielan made a great play there. Cleveland would add a run, so it's now 4-0. The LPs have 4 errors in this game. Dear God Almighty. But we're in the top of the 8th here. No one out. Casey Candale at first base. Don Detmer at the plate. Down 4 runs. Burns still in. And here's his offering. And that's a fly ball, and it's a base hit to the gasoline sign in right center field. Runners looking to score. Candale is heading home. He will be safe. Detmer will go to third on the play. So RBI double for Detmer, and the shutout is over. It's 4-1. Guardians are still in front here. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Jamie Moyer is still pitching. Jim Russell's at the plate. He's leading off the bottom half of the 8th. It's 4-1 still. Here's the offering. And that's a fly ball left center field that has enough carry, and it is gone. Russell's first home run of the postseason, and now the Guardians are up 5-1 on the LPs here in the 8th. So we'll fast forward to the top of the 9th here. Top Presnell in the game for Cleveland Guardians. There's one away. Vince DiMaggio's at the plate. Mitch Garver's over at first base. Here's the pitch from Presnell. And that is a base hit to right center field. And it'll go all the way to the wall. Garver going to third. He's going to head home. The throw is cut off. Oh, wait. DiMaggio's trying to score on the inside the park, and he does. The inside the park home run for Vince DiMaggio. Unlikely to happen. And the Guardians are now only down 5-3. So there's 2 in here for the LPs. 1 out. Daryl Knowles is now in for the Guardians to face Dion James. It's a full count here. Here's a full count pitch. And he walks him. So this will bring the tying run to the plate. And the tying run is Ha-Seong Kim with only 1 out. Here's the pitch from Knowles. Ground ball up the middle. And it's a 6-4-3 to end the game. And Cleveland will go up 1-0 in the series thanks to a 5-3 victory over the LPs. So Britt Burns goes 7 2/3 just to spite me. Gives up 5 hits and walks 1, struck out 5, and only gave up the 1 run in the victory. Jamie Moyer went the distance, allowing 10 runs, striking out 7 and walking 1 in the loss. He did allow the 2 home runs, one to Causey in the second and one to Russell in the 8th. The Llamas lost. And Grimace won. Where is Franchise's other team? It's like trying to find Waldo here. D-Block lost. I can't find that other team. Oh, there it is. Now, here's the irony. There's a good chance, because it's best of 3 here, that Franchise's 2 teams might meet up in round 2. There is a small chance that might happen. And I'm all for franchise against franchise here. If that happens, we might have to call one of those games for franchise just to have it in the books, especially if we're knocked out. if we happen to if we can win these next two games, Cedarsburg and Minneapolis are newer teams, so I don't know what to expect for them. But it would probably favor OOTP and the RNG. So those that are still listening, how was your guys' PTCS? Because I know it was very, very polarizing, the format in some. I know that I was outspoken about how a lot of teams didn't get to play silver in silver or any of their silver cards in silver. Um, but how did everybody do? Did it anything good come out of the PTCS? I know I had a good one. I'm just trying to get a pulse of how everybody else did. And I did watch, and I did have the multi Twitch the Spore put up. I watched all six streams as I was streaming myself. Um, and everybody got knocked out about the same time, which was kind of ironic. So like one person would raid someone and then instantly raid into somebody else. But we got a minute to go here before game two. Stewart died now for the LPs. It's going to be Brett Saberhagen going against Sean Hill. It would burn me so much if Britt Burns and Sean Hill beat me. I am not gonna lie. If both those guys beat me in this tournament, I may lose my mind. I've been burned by them so much in so many different tournaments. If both of them beat me, I might have a minute salt. I may have a minute assault, and then we will move on to open low cap. Now that I've got that out of the way, Bobby Bonds, Wally Joyner, Shobo Fisher, Larry Gardner. None of these guys got in a bat because I was facing a lefty. Let's hope. Let's hope this time the righties can come alive against Sean Hill. I mean, the lefties can come alive against Sean Hill here. We have a we have a very decent lineup against the right hander. So I'm really looking forward to see what we can do. If we can stretch this series, Tom Zachary will go against George Zetterline, and I like that matchup for Zachary because he is less likely to give up the home run than Jamie Moyer. Like Moyer's been hit or miss for me. Saberhagen, I haven't used him enough to get like a sense of how good he is. Initially, I think he's a better version of Tewksbury because he can strike out more guys. Yes, he's a little splitty versus righties, but he's not as bad as like a Sandy Consuerga, who I like as a starter. I don't know if I like him in the pen though, because he has a hard time striking people out. And I was trying to get away from guys with 30 stuff in the bullpen. I I think with the more stuff, they can strike their way out of trouble. That's what I had gotten some feedback from some people. That's about speaking of which, I had Consorga in the bullpen, but now that I think about it, if we do get out of round two, I'm probably switching Han and Consorga. I think I had him in because I wanted to use him in the rotation, and I'm still torn between Han and Sandy. So here it is, game two in Bonnie Lake. Guardians versus LPs here in the Silver Soriee round one. We're going to start in the top of the first here. Adolfo Phillips leading off against Brett Saberhagen. As we scan around the default park, don't worry, there's no renovations this time around. See only clip for OOTP just in case. Here's a pitch from Saberhagen, and that is a line shot base hit to the wall in left center field. Phillips heading for second, and he will be safe. So a clean double for Phillips here, and that will bring up. He will be moved over to third. There's now one out, and that brings Frank Torrey to the plate to face Saberhagen. Here's the pitch to Torrey, and that's a fly ball to left. It is caught. The throw home is not in time. It is cut off. So Phillips says score, and it gives the Guardians an early 1-0 lead in the first. So we'll fast forward to the bottom of the third here. Sean Hill on the mound for the Guardians. Ha-Seong Kim will lead off here for the LPs. Here's the pitch to Kim. And that's a fly ball to right field. It's high, it's deep, and fly away. Home run for Ha-Seong Kim. His first of the tournament, and it is now 1-1, all tied up. So we stay in the third, 1 run in here for the LPs. Casey Candale at first base. Bobby Bonds is out to plate to face Sean Hill. Here's the pitch from Hill. Ground ball to right, and it threw for a base hit. Runners heading for third, and he is safe. So Candale gets the third. Bonds moves up to second on the throw, and now runners at second and third with 1 out. They will add a run here, and now the bases are loaded for Mitch Garver to face Sean Hill. They are getting to Hill early here, and that's what we need. Get him to that bullpen. The pitch to Garver, and he pops up, and it is caught. Nice catch from Russell. They get out of the bases loaded jam, but the LPs do score 3 and take a 3-1 lead going into the top of the fourth. So we now in the top of the fifth here. It's 3-1. LPs 3 runs on 5 hits. The Guardians 1 run on 4 hits. Saberhagen is facing Adolfo Phillips with Dick Green over at first base. Here's the pitch to Phillips, and that is a base hit to left field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Heading to third, and heading home is Green, and he will score. The throw to third is not in time. So Bonnie Lake is now up 3-2 on the RBI double for Phillips. That's all they would score in the fifth. So we go to the bottom of the fifth, and Wally Joyner's now on first. Showboat Fisher is at the plate. Showboat hopefully living up to his first name here. Here's the pitch to Fisher. And that is a line shot, and that is a base hit to left center field. Joyner heading for third and heading home, and changes his mind and stays at third. So now there's runners at second and third. They will add 1. And we'll fast forward to the bases loaded for Mitch Garver again. Garver flew out the left the last time the bases were loaded. Here's the full count pitch from Hill. The infield is in. And that is a base hit up the middle. That will score 1. The throw home, and he's safe. But Hewlett is tagged out. So 2 runs in, 1 out on the throw to third. So 3 runs score in the bottom of the fifth. So we now completely go to the top of the 9th inning. LP's up 6-2. Madison Bumgarner in the game for the LPs to close this out. Jim Russell at first base. Jay Bruce is at the plate. Here's the pitch to Jay Bruce, and that's a fly ball to right field. It should be an easy catch for the right fielder Bonds, and he makes the catch. So we will go to a deciding game 3 as the LPs beat Cleveland 6-2. So Bonnie Lake gets to Sean Hill in the early and often, and so he allows 8 hits, 6 runs, and walked 5 and gets the loss. Saberhagen goes 7 2/3, allows 6 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs in a victory. Madison Bumgarner will close it out. Showboat Fisher had 3 hits to lead Bonnie Lake. Joyner and Bonds added 2 each. And Kim had the home run. The Very very good outing here for the LPs. They do force a game three. They have the favorable matchup with Zachary. Well, we will not get a franchise against franchise matchup. But one of the franchise teams did get through here. One got swept, one did the sweeping. D Block got swept. Grimace is now in a game three. Here's Peninsula being in the Soriee. That is a first. I usually don't see him in the Soriee. There's a lot of people trying a lot of new things here. Hawkins, so Obby is beating Hawkins. That's a good matchup for round one. Yeah, so a lot of new teams here. So I think a lot of people are trying, from what I've seen, a lot of people are trying new stuff. Has anybody here tried anything new? Like, were you, or there's some people that try everything, try to get in as much as possible. I get it. But are some of these people that are some of you guys that were specialized? Like I did silver and branched out to something else, or wanted to try something new to keep OOTP fresh per se. Either way, game deciding game threes here. It's trying to see who everybody's starting. So among the popular people in the Soriee, Epirixie has been popular. Jakey May has been a guy that's been popular. Britt Burns out of nowhere has become the pitcher of choice. There's two of them starting. Another one that I like seeing, that I've seen a lot of, is Jae-Rong So. I could see why you would play Jae-Rong So. Peninsula starting a Madison Bumgarner. People do still use Tewksbury. I've seen a couple of Sean Hills. I'm fascinated by the New York Grimace Mets. I'm not gonna lie. So there's also the Denver Blares. I had them in round one. WX Scott, yeah, I had him in round one of PTCS. We had a really good series. It went 9 games, and it was back and forth. I mean, we had a game where we thought it was the Broncos and the Seahawks playing with 26 combined runs. I think we had 2 walk-offs, an extra inning game. I think game nine. I think game nine. I think that went to the ninth inning. I can't remember if that went to the ninth inning. But that whole series, it was good from the beginning. Tournament-wise, as we're waiting for this deciding game three here, hopefully it doesn't give away too much. Ron Gant, Raul Mondesi, Tony Salida all have 3 home runs. One Bobby Bonds already has 12 RBIs. Fothergill has 12 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Jakey May and Greg Swindell threw shutouts. Jakey May threw a no-hitter. Oh, here's why. Not just forgot a roster. So we'll move on to game three here as the Dunces are living up to their name with the 7 errors and being no hit. So here it is, game three, Body Lake against Cleveland. Waiting for the highlights to, show up, and they do. We're going to start at the top of the first here. Vince DiMaggio at the plate. Vince DiMaggio at first base. Bobby Bonds is at the plate to face George Zetterline. Here's the pitch from Zetterline. It's a ground ball to second. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and there's 2 away. We're going to go to the top of the second. LP's already with 4 hits in this game. Zetterline facing Vince DiMaggio with Nielsen at third base and Candale at second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There is 2 away. And he walks DiMaggio. So the bases are loaded, and that brings up Bobby Bonds to the plate. Here's the pitch to Bobby. Fly ball to right field, and it's caught. So they get out of the bases loaded jam here, and we go to the bottom of the second. It's still no score. So we'll fast forward to the top of the third. Cleveland got a hit, but did not cash in on the hit. So Wally Joyner will lead off here against George in center line. Here's the pitch to Joyner. And it's a fly ball to right field, and he is first pitch crushing. Home run for Wally Joyner. And just like that, it is 1-0 LPs here in the third inning. My blurb was being a little slow here. All right, so we're still in the top of the third here. Larry Gardner's at second base. Mitch Garver's at the plate to face George Zetterline. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that is a base hit to left field. This should score a run. Gardner's looking to score, and he will score easily, and it's now 2-0 LPs. So we'll fast forward to the bottom of the sixth here. Both teams trading zeros. Cleveland still with only 1 hit so far against Tom Zachary. Wayne Cossey is leading off the home half of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch from Zachary. And that's a fly ball to center field. That will be off the wall. Cossey heading for second, and he'll be safe. So a leadoff double and the second hit of the game for the Guardians. And that will bring up Adolfo Phillips to the plate. Here's the pitch to Adolfo. And he strikes him out looking. Nice pitch with a fastball at 91 miles an hour, and that is 1 away. Greg Torre is now at the plate. There's 2 out here. Cosley's still at second. It's a 2-0 game. Here's a pitch to Torre. And it's a ground ball to the pitcher. Zachary to try to throw it to first, and he is safe. So that's an infield single for Torre. So there's runners at the corners, and that brings up Ha-Seong Kim to the plate. Zachary with the offering, and he pops him up. Joyner there, he will make the catch. So they get out of the inning, and we go to the top of the 7th. It is still 2-0 Bonnie Lake. And Bobby Bonds will lead off here in the top half of the 7th inning. Zetterline's still in the game. It's 2-0. LP's 2 runs on 8 hits. Cleveland has 3 hits, but no runs scored. Here is the pitch to Bobby Bonds. Fly ball to left field. That is crushed on the first pitch. And just like that, it is 3-0 Bonnie Lake on another first pitch home run. This one from Bobby Bonds, his first home run of the postseason. We will stay in the top of the 7th here. There's 2 out here. Bases loaded for Ha-Seong Kim. LPs now have 3 runs on 11 hits. McDermott's in the game to replace Zetterline. Here's the pitch. And that is a base hit to left field. 2 runs will score. And it's now 5-0 LPs here as the LPs are starting to pour it on late in this game. They only scored a 3 in the top half of the 7th. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th. It is still 5-0. Tom Zachary is still in the game. Cleveland has really struggled against Zachary today, only getting 3 hits off of him so far. So here's the pitch to Dick Green. And Green gets a hold of one. This ends the shutout as the announcer's curse comes into play. Dick Green with his first home run, and it's now 5-1 LPs here on top. So we'll stay in the top. We'll stay in the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 5-1. Jay Bruce is now at second base. Pagliarone's at the plate. Zachary's still pitching. Here's the pitch to Zachary. Ground ball up the middle, base hit to center field. The throw home is past Garver, and that's an error on Garver. So run scores, it's now 5-2. So it goes now to the top of the eighth. It's 5-2 LPs. Deciding game in round one. Vince DiMaggio will lead off on the first pitch. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. And that is a base hit down the line and all the way to the wall. Well, not all the way to the wall, but the throw to second is not in time, as the animation kind of throws me off. Either way, leadoff double for DiMaggio. And that's all they would. He would be moved to third. There's now 2 out. Wally Joyner has reached first base. Larry Gardner's at the plate to face McDermott. Here's the pitch from McDermott. That's a fly ball to left field. That's high. It's deep, and it will fly away. Home run for Larry Gardner, his first of the postseason, and the LPs now extend their lead 8-2 here in the top of the eighth. So Cleveland would add a run. The LPs are now up 9-3 as they score 3 in the eighth and 1 in the ninth. We are in the bottom part of the ninth inning. Zachary's still in the game, looking to close this out for a complete game. Here's the pitch from Zachary. That's a fly ball to right field. That is not coming back. Home run into the bullpen in right field. And it's now 9-4. First home run for Jay Bruce. And that will bring in Sandy Consorga to face the left-handed Joyner. AI manager. Sandy Consorga is best versus right-handed pitching. Why are you bringing him in? Oh, here's why. Wally Joyner is pinch hitting. That's why. Adolfo Phillips is over at first base. Here's the pitch to Joyner. And he pops him up. This should be an easy catch for the shortstop, Kim. And he makes the catch. And that will end it. Bonnie Lake moves on to round 2 with a 9-4 victory here in Game 3. So George Zennerline allowed 11 hits and walked 3. He gave up 5 runs, 3 earned, and struck out 6 in the loss. Zachary went 8 2/3, allowing 10 hits, walked 1, allowed 4 earned runs, and struck out 6 in the victory. All the LPs reached either by hit or by walk. 16 hits for Bonnie Lake. Cleveland had 10, but they were only able to score 4. They left a team 7 on base, 14 overall. Bonnie Lake left 11 on base and 26 individually. Bobby Bonds was 1 for 6 and left 6 on base. Ouch. So here it is, round 2, and we will face the Celtics, the Minneapolis Celtics. That just doesn't sound right. But they will send Ed Brandt to the mound to face Joe McGinty. McGinty, very capable of going deep into games here with his 120 stamina. So Celtics and LPs here, Game 1 of round 2 in the Soriee. Now that should be in any minute now. Once again, this is the Daily Sports Silver Soriee. It's round 2. And here is Game 1 of that series. Waiting for the highlights to come in, and here they are. And we will start off with Game 1 in the bottom of the third here. No score. LPs have 4 hits. Bill Sweeney's at second. Don Pavlitic at the plate to face Ed Brandt. Here's a pitch from Brandt. And that is a line shot, base hit to the wall in left field. This should score a run. Run scores. Pavlitic will go to second. And it's 1-0 LPs early in the third inning here. We will stay in that third inning. There's now 2 out. And Vince DiMaggio's at the plate to face Brant. Here's the pitch from DiMaggio. And that is a base hit up the middle. Will Pavlovich try to score? The throw home is not in time. So it's now 2-0 LPs on the RBI single from DiMaggio. And with that, nobody scores in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Minnesota only has 1 hit but 2 errors. Joe McGinty will now face Jim Gleason to lead off the top half of the 7th. Here's a pitch to Gleason. And that is right on cue, a base hit right to the wall in right field. Gleason heading for second, and he will be safe. So leadoff double here for Gleason, and that brings up McCoskey. The offering to McCoskey, and that is a ground ball to third base. Runner stays. Throw the first is in time. 1 away. So we'll go to the top of the 8th here. Nobody on. Tim Hewlett at the plate. McGinty still in the game. Here's the pitch. And that is a base hit up the middle as the second baseman just watches the ball go by. And that's a single. And that will bring up Ken Phelps to the plate. McGinty cruising here, only allowing 3 hits, which means I just cursed him. Here's the pitch. And that is a base hit to right field, right on cue. Runner heading for third is Hewlett, and he is safe as the throw is offline. So now the tying and go-ahead runs are in scoring position. Well, sorry. The tying run is in scoring position, and the go-ahead run, Jim Pagliani, is at the plate. McGinty needs to get out of trouble here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that is a base hit to the gap. This should tie the game. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. And that's a 2 RBI double for Pagliani. And it's now even at 2. We're still there. 1 out. Stephen Drew will now enter the box for the Celtics. Here's the pitch for Bud Byerly, who's entered the game for McGinty. And that is a base hit to left field. This should give Minnesota the lead. Runner heading to home, and he will score. Drew gets the second. Drew with a double. RBI double that gives him a 3-2 lead. We're still in the top of the 8th. Send help. Byerly's still in trouble, but there's 2 out now. Runners at the corners for Sam Rice. The offering to Rice. And that's a fly ball to right, and mercifully, they get out of the inning. But the Celtics do score 3 as they send 8 to the plate. And we go to the bottom of the 8th as it's 3-2 Celtics. Bill Sweeney will lead off here for the LPs. It's 3-2. Ed Brandt still pitching. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. And he strikes him out with a changeup. His 8th strikeout of the game. 1 away. So that brings up to Don to face Brandt. Here's the pitch to Don. And that's a fly ball to left field. That is going to be, no doubt, home run. And it's all tied up. And it's 3-3 on the deep home run for Pavlovich. And that will bring Vince DiMaggio to the plate. And technically is representing the go-ahead run. They're leaving Brandt in there. He might be struggling a little bit. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. And that's a ground ball to short. The throw the first is in time, but they do get the tying run. So we go to the top of the 9th, and it's 3-3. Byerly will stay in the game for the LPs. Bob Fothergill will lead off for the Celtics. It is a full count here. Here's the full count pitch. And he offered strike 3 called. Throws him on the 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And now bring Tim Jordan to the plate with 2 out here. Another full count pitch. Bob Tewksbury's in the game for the LPs. Here's the pitch to Tim Jordan. And that is a base hit to left field here. So that's a single for Jordan. He's a go-ahead run. And I'll bring up Ken Phelps to the plate. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Tewksbury. And he walks him, so it's not a good start here for Tukes. as it brings up Jim Pagliani, who tied the game in the eighth. Here's the pitch to Pagliani. And that's a ground ball to second. This should be easy play the first. They get out of the inning. They leave two. So we go to the bottom of the ninth, and it's still tied at 3. Austin Adams has entered the game for the Celtics. The game is trying to troll me by bringing in all these guys I used to have. Deion James will lead off here. It's 3-3. Here's the pitch to Deion James. And that is a base hit to left field. So this is a leadoff hit here for James as he's heading for second. James will be safe, so it's a leadoff double for Deion James. Wally Joyner would join him on the base pass as he was walked. Dave Nielsen will now be at the bat here. Go ahead run is on second. Base hit ends this game. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Nielsen, and he strikes out swinging on the slider. And that brings Showboat Fisher to the plate with 1 out. Showboat hopefully living up to his first name here. And he walks. So Adams now has walked his second batter. And that brings Larry Gardner with the bases loaded here. Nowhere to put Gardner. Infield in. 3-3. It's a 3-1 count. 1 out. Here's the pitch from Adams. And he walks in the winning run. Walk-off walk. And Bonnie Lake now has a 1-0 lead on this 4-3 victory on the walk-off walk given by Austin Adams. So Austin Adams blows the game, walks 3 in a third of an inning to take the loss. Bob Tewksbury, who walked the batter himself, got the win despite only getting 1 out. McGinty and Brandt did have a good pitcher's duo, both allowing 3 in 8 innings. As you can see, it was a pretty wild game after the 8th inning. The win chart was just up and down, but they win game 1. Stogies won game 1, so they're still in. I think we're both on the same side of, no, we're not. We're on different sides of the bracket. Nobody else at note here still in outside of us two. So here it is. We'll be into game 3. Or game 2, sorry. So game 2, it will be Jesse Hahn going against Darren Dryford. We will stick with Hahn here with Consorga pitching yesterday. If it goes to game 3, Jakey May will go against Jamie Moyer in game 3. So we're waiting for game 2 here to get ready. Should be good. Should be a decent matchup. Darren Dryford I haven't seen in a while, but he does have home run suppression. He does also have command problems. And he's a very good ground ball pitcher, so should be a interesting matchup with Dryford against Hahn here. Hahn relies on his movement and his above average control. It's really below average when you look at it, but in the sense of the Soriee, it's above average because of the limited pull. He holds runners. He's a decent righty, but he is known to get himself into trouble per se via the walk. So game 2, Celtics against the LPs in LP Stadium or default ballpark. We will find out if there's going to be a runway in there. So let's see, as the highlights come up here, if I can find a different angle for the pitch. Calvin, thank you for the follow. How you doing this morning? Let's go. Let's try this. So here we are, top of the first here. DiMaggio at second. Bobby Bonds is at first base. This will bring up Wally Joyner with nobody out and Darren Dryford in early trouble. Here's a pitch from Dryford. And that is a ground ball to first base, and it's the 4-6-4 double play. DiMaggio does get over the third, but there's two away. And that will bring up Showboat Fisher to the plate. Fisher had the walk-off walk in the Game 1 victory. Here's the pitch to Fisher. And that is a base hit up the middle. This should score a run, and it does. And Bonnie Lake takes a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. I like that view. So that's camera. That's a camera. Let's go with that. All right, so Hahn's pitch, and that is a line shot to center, and it's over the center fielder's head. 1 run's in. 2 runs are going to be in. The throw to third is not in time, so a triple for Fothergill, and Minneapolis is now taking a 2-1 lead. That will bring Stephen Drew to the plate with Fothergill over at third base. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. That is a base hit to left, so the run will score, and they will cash it early as Drew singles, and Minneapolis is now up 3-1 on the single from the Celtics. As we now go to the bottom of the second, Johnny Logan's at second, Jim Gleason's at first, Jesse Hahn struggling early as expected, Bukowski at the plate. Here's a 2-1 pitch. There's one away. And that's a base hit to left field. Runner looking to score as it gets by the left fielder. Right under the glove of the left fielder. Run scores. It's 4-1. There's still one out here, and Ken Phelps will come to the plate. We might need to send help for Jesse Hahn, as he has completely lost his way so far in this game. Here's a pitch from Hahn, and that is a line shot, and this should score too, as it's all the way to the wall. It's a matter of Phelps will get a double, and he does. So 2 RBI double for Phelps, and just like that, Minneapolis has jumped out to a 6-1 lead in the second inning. Mercy. Well, fast forward to the top of the 6th. It's 6-1 Celtics here. Bobby Bonds is at second base. Wally Joyner's at the plate to face Dryford. Dryford's offering. And that's a line shot. That's a base hit to the wall. Joyner heading for second. Going for third to try to leg out a triple. He should get there pretty easily. It's a triple for Joyner. And they have cut into the lead. It's now 6-2 Minneapolis here in the 6th. Another run comes in. Joyner does score, so there's one out. Showboat Fisher's now at first. Larry Gardner's at the plate. Darren Dryford's still in here, but he is struggling in the 6th inning. Here's a pitch from Dryford. And he walks him. That's going to bring the tying run, and that's Dave Nielsen. 3-0 count here, one out. Dryford still pitching, but struggling. Here's the pitch, and he walks Nielsen. So now the bases are loaded. The go-ahead run comes to the plate. There's one out. That is the Don. Reardon's now come in for the Celtics. The pitch from Reardon with the infield in. And he strikes out the Don on a fastball away. 2 down. So that'll bring up Bill Sweeney to face Reardon. If he can hit one to the wall, it could be a tie game. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. And he walks him. Run scores. It's now 6-4. And now we'll bring up Casey Candale to the plate to face Reardon. Here's the pitch from Reardon, the 1-0. And that is a base hit to left center field. It's going all the way to the wall. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Bases clearing double for Candale. And Bonnie Lake has scored 6 in the top of the 6th. And it's now 7-6 Bonnie Lake. as we head to the bottom of the seventh, it is now 7-6 LPs. Joe Ostrowski has come in for the LPs to face Dick Green. One away. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to left field. Does this have enough? It's to the wall. Dick Green with the triple. And it's now representing the tying run. Now bring the go-ahead run to the plate. And that is Stephen Drew with one out. Ostrowski's pitch. He pops him up. Infield fly here. Second. Candale makes the catch. 2 away. So that'll bring John Castino, the third baseman, to face Ostrowski. Tying run over at third base. Here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball to right. Be an easy play for Bonds. He makes the catch and they get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the eighth and it's 7-6 LPs. So Jeff Reardon still in the game, facing Don Pavlovich here. Here's the pitch. And that is a line shot base hit to the hit it here, sign in left center field. Pavlovich to second. He's in for a stand-up double. Bill Sweeney would walk. Joe Cascarella would now come in for the Celtics to face Casey Candale with one out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball to the short. The only place to first. Runners advance 2 away. So that will bring Vince DiMaggio to the plate to face Cascarella. Cascarella is offering. And that is a base hit up the middle. 1 runs in. Sweeney heading home. He will score. And now it's 9-6 on the 2 RBI single from Vince DiMaggio. So we go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 9-6 LPs. Andy Etchebarren will lead off for the Celtics to face Joe Ostrowski, who's still in this game and in line for the win at the moment. Here's a pitch from Ostrowski. And that is a base hit down the line to left field. Leadoff hit here for Etchebarren as he's heading for second and he'll be safe. So stand-up double. And I'll bring up Jim Gleason. LP has seen enough and brought in Leo Kiley to face Jim Gleason. Offering to Gleason. And that is a base hit to right field. Runner looking to score. The throw home is not in time. So it's 9-7 LPs here in the bottom of the eighth. There's still only one out. And that brings up the tying run to the plate, and that is Jim Russell. Here's the pitch to Jim Russell. That's a fly ball to center. DiMaggio with the diving catch. Nice catch from DiMaggio to save the hit. And it's 2 away. And that will bring up Ken Phelps. Offering the Phelps is a base hit up the middle. Gleason thinks about third, changes his mind. And now bring Bob Fothergill to the plate to face Keeley. Here's the full count pitch. Runners go. Ground ball to the pitcher. Easy play. And that will retire the side. So we go to the top of the ninth. And the Celtics are down 9-7. The LPs don't score in the top half of the inning. So we go to the bottom. And Dick Green is leading off against Leo Kiley. Here's the pitch from Kiley. He tripled the last time up. And he will take the walk here, which is actually a plus considering what he did last at bat. That's it for Kiley. As Sandy Consuegra will come in to face Tim Jordan. There's now 2 out here. Last chance for the Celtics. Do or die from here on in. Here's the pitch from Jordan. To Jordan. And he pops him up. Kim there. Called off by Candale, and they will win this game and move on to round 3 as they win this game 9-7 after being down 6-1 after the second inning. That game 3 is out of the way. So we will move on And we will face the Bethany Hurricanes. Jaewon So will go against Jamie Moyer. Britt Burns will go against Brett Saberhagen, and Sean Hill will go against Tom Zachary. Guys, Sean Hill and Britt Burns are not good pitchers. We, I mean, I almost could make an argument that Hill could pitch in dead ball, but after pitching him in dead ball, it has not worked. So here we are. We're gonna go to round three. Franchise is out as he loses games 2 and 3. That's tough. So we'll go into the top 16. We're facing the Hurricanes. The winner faces either Six and Out or the Grimace Mets. I personally want to see the Grimace Mets for the memes. We've got 6 minutes here. Let's check on that quick. Snooze this so we can get one more game in. We are okay, so we're out of silver. We're out of that quick. So we got 2 quicks here. So we'll get into one bronze. And we will get into one. We will wait to get into another bronze. I think I'm gonna go 2 bronzes because silver does not fill up as quick, and I want to see how this bronze roster will do with the adjustments. So this week, bronze has been surprising for me. I'm sitting in the top 25. I'm 21st right now. We had a really good showing. We did win early bronze. I think it was early bronze is the one that I won. Let me double check on that. Oh yeah, it was an early bronze that I won. But yeah, we're doing well we're doing well in bronze, and then silver. Basically, silver cap has brought me. So that was 76 before finishing top 8 and winning silver cap this week, and whatever this Soriee ends up being. So we should be firmly in the silver. I know it's 5 weeks. Don't worry. I know it's 5 weeks. So there's the extra week. So just on my projection, because I think it took 53 points to get in last time. So I'm expecting the cutoff to be right around 66 to 70 if it's off that projection. I still think I'm firmly in that. I will need help in bronze. I think bronze is more there's more participation. Like right now, Rob Deere in the headlights is in, but none of these guys in the top in this area has really done anything, because like Warbot's gonna be better. Rob Deere is gonna be better. There's another team in here that McCab Car could get in. I just don't think 14 times 5 is gonna get you in. Because if it's 14 points a week, 70 is the number. I don't think I'm there. I think I'm gonna need a little more than 70 to get in for bronze. As for open, I think I'm I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do the 2 low caps. I'm gonna do the open low and the Saturday extreme. I don't think I have. I might do casual Friday cap. I have to look and see because I know there's some restrictions on the cards. I need to know if I have a valid roster. I will check that at any. I'll check that in a minute. Let's get back to the Soriee as the games will show up in about 3 minutes time, 4 minutes time here. I've taken all the snoozes I need to take so we can get this game in. It'll be game one against the Hurricanes of Bethany. Once again, we're deep into the Soriee. Soriee is one of my favorite tournaments because of the best of three. Anything can happen. The limited pool. It's also kind of you don't see the same rosters. Like I'll see Fothergill a lot. I'll see Fisher a lot, and Joe Judge is another one that's really popular in this array. Pitching like bullpen wise, all the bullpens I've seen is different. I know I've changed up my bullpen like 3 or 4 times in this tournament. Um, Nick has Evaldi pitched yet? Okay, he's tired. I think I'm gonna go with Evaldi, and I'm gonna sit Jesse Hahn. Yeah, I think that's the play. Give Evaldi the chance. See if he can get. He should be good to go by the time it's to him in the rotation. Yeah, he should be good to go by then. And if all else fails, I have Tewksbury, I have Bumgarner, I have Consorga. I really would have to limit Consorga if I put him in. I think he'd only face 18 batters at most. Evaldi, I'm debating if I want to go 18 with him or or just let him pitch. I'm leaning toward just letting him pitch. Also need to submit this, so saves. Lineup wise, I think I'm fine. If I'm taking out anybody, Dave Nielsen is the candidate. Nielsen play. Don Detmer can play left field too if I need it, but he's not hitting much. He's hitting 286, but he's not getting a lot of. Sweeney is hitting 375. Dion James, he struggled. I I think I'm hitting the end of the road with him. He's still useful in Soriee, but he's on a short leash. If I could find a better center fielder, he will probably be replaced. But here we are, game one with the Bethany Hurricanes in round at the best of 16 here. It should be an easy matchup in theory. They do have a decent offense. They're sixth in runs scored, but they're 62nd in runs allowed. They've allowed 39 runs. They're a -4 in differential. The LPs have scored 30. We've only scored 31 runs, but we've only allowed 21. Our bullpen ERA is .96. Our bullpen's getting it done. We just need the starters to just get it deep in this game as possible so we don't have to worry about fatigue. So here we are with game one. Okay, did hide the score, so I couldn't remember if I clicked off of it or not. But here is game one. We're going to start off in the bottom of the first here with Jaewon So pitching. Vince DiMaggio leading off on an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch to the red hot DiMaggio. And that's belted deep to left field. And see ya. Home run for Vince DiMaggio. solo jack, and it is 1-0 LPs here in the bottom of the first in game one. We will stay in the first inning. There's 2 out. Dave Nielsen, who is struggling, is at the plate. Shobo Fisher is at second. Larry Gardner is at first. So in a little trouble here. Here's the pitch from So. That is a base hit up the middle. Runner looking to score. And he will score. So the LP score, and it's now 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Fast forward to the bottom of the second here, it is 2-0. Hurricanes no hits yet. I've just cursed myself again. Casey Candale at the plate, nobody on. Here's the 1-2 pitch from So. And that is a line shot, and that is off the wall in left center field. Candale heading for second, going for third, and he will be in with a triple. So the LP's back in business. And boy, did they get into business, as he did score in the second. They added 2 in the third and 3 in the fourth. So it's now 8-1 LPs in the top of the fifth. Jamie Moyer pitching. 1 run is in for the Hurricanes. Dean DeSantos at second. Miguel Delone at the plate. Here is the pitch, and that's a fly ball all the way to the wall in left field. 1 run is in. Delone heading for third, and he is safe. So 1 run's in here. It's 8-2 LPs. As a moth flew into the announcer's booth here, and he is no longer available. So we go to the top of, so on the top of the fifth here. 3 runs in for the Hurricane. Moyer's struggling. DeMontreville's at second. Fothergill's at the plate. There's 2 out here. Can Moyer get out of this? Here's the pitch from Moyer. And that's a fly ball to right field. And that is gone. Home run for Fothergill. And it's 8-5 LPs here in the fifth. So they put a 5 spot up in the fifth. We're now into the top of the sixth here. It's 8-5. The Hurricane offense did come alive in the fifth. Moyer still in the game. Runner on second and Delone back up. We feel like we've just been here. Here's the pitch to Delone. And that is a base hit up the middle. This scores a run. Delone goes to second on the throw, and it's 8-6 LPs. They are giving up this lead, and that is it for Moyer, as Sandy Consfarga will come into the game. 2 out, full count pitch to Kevin Seitzer. Here's the pitch to Seitzer, and that's a base hit up the middle, and it's now 8-7 LPs on the single. LPs are in trouble, but they get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 8-7, full count. Dave Nielsen at the plate. Joyner at second. Gardner over at first. Jesse Orozco's entered the game for the Bethany Hurricane. Here's the pitch from Orozco, and he walks him. So the bases are loaded here with 1 out, and that brings up Mitch Garver to the plate. Here's the pitch to Garver with the infield in. And that's a fly ball to center. It's caught. Joyner tags. He will score. It's an insurance run here for the LPs. It's 9-7. That will bring Hassan Kim to the plate. Jesse Orozco still pitching. Runners at first and second. 9-7 LPs lead here in game one. Here's the pitch from Orozco. And he hits it all the way to the wall. 1 run in. 2 runs will score. Kim heading for third. He is safe. Bases clearing triple for Kim. And it's now 11-7 LPs here in the bottom of the sixth. So here it is, 11-7. We're in the top of the seventh. Runners at first and second. Felipe Lopez in the box for the Hurricane. Madison Bumgarner's in the game to face Lopez. Here's the pitch to Lopez. And that is a base hit down the left field line. This should score a run. 1 run is in. 2 runs will come in, and it's a 2 RBI double for Lopez, and it's 11-9 LPs. Pitching has now been off optional. This is not good, as they were once up 8-0, and it's now 11-9. But to get out of the inning, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. Jobo Fisher's at the plate. Runners at second and third. They're Joyner and DiMaggio. Jesse Roscoe's still in. They need insurance runs here. Here's a pitch to Fisher. And that's a fly ball to left. It's cut. Throw home is offline. Run scores. It's 12-9 LPs. 2 away. They would add one more run. And it's now 13-9 here. We're in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Hurricane. Jeff Fry is at the plate. Here's the pitch from Madison Bumgarner. And he strikes him out on the outside corner on the cutter. And Bonnie Lake takes a 1-0 lead on a game that really shouldn't have been as close as it was, as they went 13-9. Alright, guys, so we're going to load in. Actually, I've got a snooze. I'm going to take the snooze. Hopefully, we can get this game in before the break I have to take. So we're up 1-0 against the Hurricane. It's going to be Saberhagen, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be Saberhagen against Burns. Game 2 in Bethany. We should be able to get this game in. I got 9 minutes before I have to take the break. I've stretched it out as far as I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another snooze in here. If I see the ad coming up, we will pause the game, take the break, and then we will finish out that game. That should clear us up for the next 2 rounds, pending victories and stuff like that. Well, we're off to a great start. Ever since that game 1 loss, we have won every game since. So we're 5-1 in the tournament. Vince DiMaggio is hitting .429, leading the way for the offense. Brett Saberhagen had been our best pitcher the first time around. Moya's ERA went up to 7. Vince DiMaggio in his last 4 games is 11 for 20, hitting .550 with a home run and 6 RBIs for the LPs. He has been on fire leading off for the LPs. Jobo Fisher is hitting .471 in the tournament. Although he may not have the RBIs, he is getting on base, and Wally Joyner is hitting .500. Yes, you heard that right. Wally Joyner is 9 for 18 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Ha-Seong Kim is hitting .318 with a home run and 6 RBIs. Just waiting for game 2 to show up. I think I should be good. Feel like the bugs are just bothering me right now, and I'm trying not to break a monitor. I have 3 of them. I don't want to break any of the 3. I need them for the 24 hours of spa and iRacing next week. Alright, so we got 7 minutes to do this game. Here's game 2 against the Hurricane. Highlights are in. Let's get started. So we're going to start off in the bottom of the first here. Saberhagen with a runner on first, facing Joe Judge. 1 away. Here's the pitch. And that's a deep fly to the right, and it's 2-0 Bethany on the home run from Joe Judge. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the first. So we'll fast forward to the top of the third. Candale at second. Britt Burns on the mound. It's 2-0. Don Detmer at the plate with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Detmer. And he walks him. So that brings the go-ahead runner to the plate. And that is Bobby Bonds with 1 out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he walks him. So back-to-back walks here. So that puts the bases loaded and Bill Sweeney to the plate. Sweeney is hitting near 375 going into this game. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. And that is a base hit up the middle. That scores 1. And it's now 2-1 as they cut into the lead. That brings up Don Papatich to the plate. Britt Burns in trouble here. Bases loaded. Tying run over at first base. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. They will turn the 6-4-3. They get out of the inning. But the LPs do score a run. So we go to the bottom of the third. It is 2-0 Bethany. They will not score in the bottom of the third. So we go to the top of the fourth. It's still 2-1. Mitch Garver at first base. Deion James is at the plate. Here's the pitch from Burns. And that is a line shot to center field. That is going to go all the way to the wall. Garver heading for third. Looking to score on the bad relay throw. And he will score. It is all tied up at 2 on the RBI double from Deion James. That's all they would score in the top of the fourth. So we go to the bottom of the fourth here. Saberhagen still pitching. It is 2-2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Jeff Keppinger at the plate. Here's the pitch to Keppinger. And that is a ground ball to second. They throw the second is good. The relay the first is in time. 6-4-3. Double play. The pitcher's best friend. And there's 2 away. That will bring up Jeff Fry to the plate. 2-2 game here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch from Saberhagen. And that is a base hit down the line to left field and all the way to the wall. Runner headed for second. He will be safe. Run scores. And Bethany takes a 3-2 lead. They would add one more in the fifth. So it's now 4-2 heading into the top of the sixth. Don Pavlovich will lead off against Britt Burns. Here's the pitch from Burns. And he misses wide. Ball 4. That brings up Mitch Garver to the plate. 1-2 count. Nobody out. Here's the pitch from Burns. And it gets by the catcher. AJ. Runner advances to second. And here's the 3-2 pitch from Burns. And he walks. So Burns' 5th walk puts the tying run on. And that will bring Vince DiMaggio to the plate. And DiMaggio has been the hottest hitter for the LPs. Here's the pitch from Britt Burns. And that is a ground ball to third. Runner doesn't advance. Garver does go to second on the throw. So Deion James would come to the plate here. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's base hit to right field. 1 run's in. 2 runs looking to score, and the 2 runs looking to score, and they do score. Bonnie Lake ties it on the double from James. And it is 4-4. All right. So here we are, top of the fourth. Casey Cantdale's at the plate. There's only 1 out. 2 runs here for the LPs. Britt Burns' pitch. They leave him in there. And that is a base hit up the middle. Runner looking to score. And it is not in time, so the LPs have clawed their way back. They're now up 5-4 here in the 6th. They would add 2 more runs in that inning, so they put a 4th spot up in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Showbo Fisher's at the plate. Brett Saberhagen's still in. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the break here, and we will do the conclusion of this game after the break. So I will be right back. All right, guys. So here we are, game two, round of 16. 6-4. Jobo Fisher is at first base. Jeff Keppinger, the tying run is at the plate. Brett Saberhagen will stay in the game here as he has scattered 9 hits but given up 4 runs so far. Here's the pitch from Saberhagen. That's a fly ball to left, and it's caught. Nice catch from Detmer as he makes the sliding catch. One away. That brings up Miguel DeLone to the plate. He's representing the tying run. Here's the pitch. That is a base hit down the left field line. Runners heading for second and third. And that is a wild throw into the stands. Run scores on the wild throw from the left fielder. And it's 6-5 now. What a bad throw there. But some lucky fan caught that ball. So it's 6-5. We're in the top of the 7th. Steve Olin is in the game for the Bethany Hurricane. Don is at second. Mitch Garver is at first. Vince DiMaggio, once again, he's been killing people this tournament. He's at the plate. Here's the pitch from Olin. There's one out. And he walks him. So the bases are loaded for Dion James. Dion James has a chance to make up for his struggles in this tournament so far. Here's the pitch from Olin. And it's a ground ball to second. The throw home is in time, so they get the lead runner 2 away. So that brings up Hassan Kim to the plate. Full count, 6-5. Steve Olin in the game. 2 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's a base hit to the right center field gap. 1 runs in. This should clear the bases. Bases clearing double for Kim, and it's 9-5 LPs here in the top of the 7th. So we go to the top of the 8th. The LPs are up 9-5. Mike Timlin's in the game for the Hurricane. LPs 9 runs on 8 hits. The Hurricane 5 runs on 11 hits. Both teams have an error. Here's the pitch to Bonds. That's a fly ball to left, and it's over the left fielder's head and all the way to the wall. Bonds heading for second, probably going for third here. The throw to third is not in time. So Bonds with the triple, looking for insurance runs, he would not score. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Tewksbury looking to end this game. Last chance for the Bethany Hurricane here. Here's the pitch to Gleason. And that's a fly ball to center. Should be an easy catch, easy play for DiMaggio. He makes the catch, and they're on to the quarterfinal with a 9-5 victory over the Hurricane. All right. So we're into the quarterfinal. We're going to face the Grimace Mets for the memes. Tom Zachary will go for the LPs. Scott Stratton, who pitched brilliantly in his one start, going 8 2/3 and allowing 5 hits and no runs. That's going to be a good pitching matchup. Jaewon So will go against Joe McGinty in game 2. And if there's a game 3, Nathan Eovaldi will go against Rich Hill. So the final 4, it's Jacksonville Hammers against Is Don Is Good. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers will face the Obbies Pack. And then the Puget Sound Giant Pacific Octopi face the Toronto Tens theme team. It's on the Winnipeg team. I think I've seen them before. Don't tell me I'm the only... I know Obbies has some. I am the only one without a commentator. Wait. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. I'm the only one with commentators left in this tournament. Which means I'm probably not winning this tournament. Yeah, because Blue Bombers don't have one. The Octopi don't have. Well, they have one. So the Octopi has one, and Toronto Tens has one. So they have a combined two, and I have, I think, eight. Yeah, I don't like my chances in OOTP land, but we'll see where this goes. 4 minutes left before game one of the quarterfinal. Open cap starts in about 20 minutes. Well, opens up in about 20 minutes. The bronze quick has not filled yet. Silver's still going. Let's see who else. Let's see what else we got here. Only accepting teams. 8 to 16. Who's in it? I'll wait. The big guns aren't out yet. So here we are. Quarterfinal of the Silver Soriee. Game one. It's up in about 3 minutes. Yeah, about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes here. The Grimace Mets are led by have been led by their pitching. They're completely reliant on their pitching. Bill Hands, Bob Steele, and Scott Stratton have all been solid in their outings. Joe Ostrowski has 5 saves and no runs allowed so far. Offensively, they don't have really anybody that stands out. They don't have a guy that stands out. Gary Reineke's hitting 345. He has 6 RBIs. They do have a Jake Stahl. He's hitting 375 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. I mean, John Mayberry, he's hitting two. He has 2 runs and 6 RBIs. He's hitting 303. He's slugging 606. Duffy's been okay. Billy North is hitting 345. So like the lefty lineup looks like it's doing very well. Although why are you playing Eric Young leading off is beyond me. Yes, he does get on base, but only 30% of the time right now. Our offense has been pretty good. I mean, we're scoring runs. Bullpen did take a little hit in the last game, but their ERA is still 1.80. Nobody really has a save on the staff. I mean, Consorga has a save and Bumgarner has a save, but it's been mostly either out of hand or the pitcher's going really, really deep in the games. So Tom Zachary went 8 2/3 last time out. Let's see if he can get a decent amount going this time out. All right. I think we're good now. All right, so let's see lineup wise. Nobody should be tired. Nobody is tired. Pitching. Don't need to sit anybody there. All right, so we should be good. Winnipeg will send Ed Farmer to face Madison Bumgarner. The Jacksonville Hammers will send Britt Burns. At least that Britt Burns is doing well. Going against Ed Halicki. That's a good pitching matchup. Both guys with ERAs under 3. And then Bill Hands for the Octopi to go against Jesse Hahn for the Toronto Tens. to game one of the quarterfinals. Up in about a minute or so. Should be a decent matchup here. Don't know what to expect. Haven't seen him before. I might make him pitching it. I may make him. Try to see if I can find something else here. Let's go with this right now. Change it up a little. All right, so game one of the quarterfinal. Between the Grimace Mets and the LPs. Hopefully, the Grimace luck does not come with these Mets. Ironically, that this song is going right now, leading off with that. Here we are with game one. Highlights are in. We will start off in the top of the first here. Wally Joyner at the plate to face Scott Stratton. Bobby Bonds over here at first base. Here's the pitch. That is a line shot to right center, and it's a base hit to right. Runner heading home. The throw home is not in time. Bond scores. Joyner with an RBI double and advances to third on the throw, and Bonnie Lake jumps out to a 1-0 lead early. So we go to the bottom part of the inning. Tom Zachary is pitching. 2 outs. Jake Stahl is up. It's 1-0 LPs. Here's the pitch to Jake Stahl. And he gets a hold into one there. High, deep, and gone. Jake Stahl with the solo homer. And it's tied at 1. So we go to the top of the second. It's 1-1. Mitch Garver at first base. Ha-Sung Kim at the plate to face Stratton. Here's Stratton's 0-0 pitch. That's the first pitch crushing deep to left field, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Ha-Sung Kim, and it is 3-1 on the home run from Ha-Sung Kim.
Oh, and first pitch crushing.
So we go to the bottom of the second. It looks like pitching is going to be optional in this one. Charlie Duffy at first base. Gary Reineke at the plate. 3-1 LPs in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball to left. And they match the home run from Kim. And it's tied at 3. Grimace Mets. We're still in the bottom of the second. Billy North is at second base. Eric Young's at the plate. Eric Young going to hit a ball right over the center fielder. Runner scores. The Grimace Mets are up 4-3 on the double from Young. Leave it to Young to curse me. So top of the fourth, 4-3 Grimace Mets. Stratton settling down after the first 2 innings. Mitch Garver at the plate. Here's the pitch to Garver. That's a fly ball to right field. It's high, it's deep. Fly away. Home run for Mitch Garver. And it's all tied up at 4 on the home run from Garver. So we go to the top of the 6th. Neither team scores in the 5th. Stratton still pitching. Ha-Sung Kim at the plate. He homered in the 2nd. Garver over at second base. Here's the pitch. And he gets to the hole one. It's going to drop in the alley in right center field. Garver will score. Kim looking for a triple. The throw to third is strong, but it's not in time. So RBI triple for Ha-Sung Kim, and it's now 5-4 Bonnie Lake here in the 6th. That's all they would score in the 6th. So we go to the bottom half of the inning, and Jake Stahl, who homered in the first, is up again. Here's the pitch to Stahl, and he walks him. So the tying run is on, and Now bring up John Mayberry to the plate. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and they walk him. So back-to-back walks here. Go-ahead runner on. And that brings up Charlie Duffy. Here's the pitch to Duffy, and that's a fly ball to center. That is high, it is deep, and that gives them the lead. Grimace Mets up 7-5 on the 3-run homer from Charlie Duffy. So we go to the top of the 7th. It's 7-5 Grimace Mets. Leo Kiley in the game to face Vince DiMaggio. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. And that is a base hit to right. It's all the way to the wall. DiMaggio heading for second. And he will be safe. Stand-up double for Vince DiMaggio to lead off this 7th inning. And that brings up Bobby Bonds, the tying run. Here's the pitch from Kiley. Ground ball to short. Easy play to first. Runner does advance, one away. That brings up Wally Joyner. Joyner looking to bring in a run here, cut into the lead. He does represent the tying run. Here's the pitch from Kiley. Ground ball, and it's through for a base hit. Run scores. It's 7-6. LP's behind here. That brings Bill Sweeney to the plate. Joyner representing the tying run over at first. Sweeney representing the go-ahead run at the plate. Here's the pitch to Kiley. Ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time. Handled well by Gardner. 2 away. That brings up Larry Gardner. Gardner can tie the game with a base hit here. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out on the changeup. They get out of the inning, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. Let's stretch it out. It's 7-6 Grimace Mets. So we go to the top of the 8th. Leo Kiley in for the Grimace team. Dave Nielsen leading off. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. And that's a base hit up the middle. The animation showed it a really slow-mo base hit there. Time runs on, and it breaks up Mitch Garver to the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Tewksbury. And that's a base hit to left. So runners at first and second here, nobody out. Go ahead runner on, and that brings up Ha-Seong Kim, who homered in the second. Here's the pitch to Kim. And that is a ground ball to first. The throw to first is in time, but the runners advance. So that puts the tying run 90 feet away. That puts the go-ahead run at second. So the infield will come in here to face Dom Pavlitic to face Tewksbury. Here's the pitch. And that is a base hit to right. 1 runs in. The throw home, he's out. But they did tie the run. They did tie it up there. So it's now tied at 7. Base hit will give them the lead as Vince DiMaggio comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to short. That should be an easy play to first, and it is. They do score the run, though. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all tied up at 7. So Jesse Hahn will come in relief to face John Mayberry. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. And that is a ground ball to second, and it's booted. Lapse of concentration there, and that's an error. And that brings up Charlie Duffy. Mayberry the go-ahead run at first. Here's the pitch from Hahn, who got no help from his second baseman last time. This ground ball to the pitcher. Throw the second is in time, so they get the lead runner. 1-6 on the putout. And that will bring up Billy North. Elmer Smith did pinch hit in this one. Billy North is at the plate. Jesse Hahn's still in there. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. And he will step on second, so they get out of the inning. Still tied at 7 here, going to the top of the 9th. So Tewksbury will face Bonds to lead off here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Easy play. 1 away. So it's now 2 away. Al Aber has entered the game for the Grimace Mets. Bill Sweeney's at the plate. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. That is a ground ball to third. They should get out of this inning, and they do. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. It is still tied at 7. Jesse Hahn will stay in for the LPs. Ken Phelps will lead off for the Grimace Mets. Here's the pitch to Phelps. Ground ball to second. Easy play for first for Hewlett, and that's 1 away. So it's now 2 away. Eric Young's up to face Jesse Hahn. Marcus, thank you for the follow. Here's the pitch from Young. And that's a base hit to the gap in left field all the way to the wall. Young heading for second, and he will be in with a stand-up double. So he's a go-ahead run at second. He'll be moved to third as Garner gets to second, and that brings up Jake Stahl. Jake Stahl has gotten to the LPs in this game. He did homer in the first. Here's the pitch to Stahl, and he pops him up. Easy play for the second baseman, Hewlett. He'll make the catch, and they get out of the inning. So we go to bonus baseball, tied at 7. So we go to the top of 10th. Larry Gardner will lead off here. It's an 0-2 count. Aber stays in the game for the Grimace Mets. Here's the pitch from Aber. And he strikes him out on a curveball. 1 away. That brings up Mitch Garver to the plate. Still tied at 7 here in the top of the 10th. 2 out. Here's the pitch to Garver, who can end it with base hit to a left. Garver will stay at first here with the single. He's the go-ahead run, and it brings up Hassan Kim to the plate. Kim gets the offering from Aber. And that's a base hit to short to throw the seconds in time to get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 10th, still tied at 7. So Kiley will still in the game, stay in the game for the LPs. John Mayberry will lead off. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. It's a 1-2 count. And that's a ground ball to second. Hewlett with the play, and he's good. 1 away. Charlie Duffy will step into the box. 1-0 from Kiley. And that's a base hit to right, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Duffy heading for second, and he'll be safe with a double. So that puts the go-ahead run up at second base with 1 out. And that brings up Elmer Smith. 1-2 count. The offering. Ground ball to second. It's a diving stop for Candale. The throw to first is off the mark. Runner advances to third. So now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. And that will bring Billy North to the plate. 1 out. Double play would really help here right now for Kiley, who stays in this game. Here's the pitch. And that's a base hit the left. The run will score, and the Grimace Mets win it in 10. Final score is 8-7. So we head straight into game 2. We're going to get out of the Grimace Metsville and go to Bonnie Lake for this battle. And here we are with game 2. Joe McGinty on the mound. We're going to start in the top of the first. Mayberry at the plate. Candale over at first. Here's a pitch from McGinty. And that's a fly ball to center. And that is going to go all the way to the wall. Runner looking to score, and he will. So the Mayberry double makes it 1-0 LPs down here in the first. So we go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0. Wally Joyner with 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from So. And that's a fly ball to right. High, deep, fly away. Home run for Wally Joyner, and Bonnie Lake ties it in the bottom of the first. It's 1-1. So we go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-1. Nobody out Dave Nielsen will enter the box. Larry Gardner's at second base representing the go-ahead run. So's offering. And that's a base hit to the gasoline sign in right center field. Run scores. It's 2-1 LPs on the double from Nielsen. Nielsen coming through in the bottom of the second. So we fast forward to the top of the fifth here. 2-1 LPs. McGinty still in this game. Ken O'Day over at first base. Johnny Logan in the box. Here's the pitch from McGinty. And it's bunted. Throw the first is in time, so one away. Sacrifice 1-4. If you're scoring at home. Elmer Smith will come to the plate in the top of the seventh. It's still 2-1. McGinty's still in this game. Here's the 3-0 to Smith. And he walks him. Screwball missing. So the tying run is now at first. And that brings Ken O'Day to the plate. Here's the pitch to O'Day. Ground ball the second. The throw the seconds in time. The relay is good. 4-6-3 double play. They get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the seventh. Let's take me out to the ball game. It is 2-1 LPs in the bottom of the bottom of the seventh. Nobody scores in the bottom of the seventh, so we go to the top of the eighth. It's still 2-1. Joe McGinty is still in this game. Johnny Logan at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center field. That's going to go. It's caught. Never mind. Vince DiMaggio surprising everybody with a catch in center field. One away. Taking away a sure extra base hit for the Grimace Mets. So that will bring Tony Phillips to the plate. Here's the 3-0 to Phillips. And it's a walk. So that puts the tying run on for Eric Young. Here's the pitch to Young. He pops him up. Infield fly here. Candale makes the catch. 2 away. So Tony Phillips is now at second. Casey Candale will come into the box to face McGinty. McGinty's offering. Ground ball to second. Hewlett with the play. And gets out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the eighth. It is still 2-1 LPs here in game 2. So we go to the top of the ninth. McGinty still in this game, looking to close it out. It is 2-1 LPs with Ken Phelps leading off. Here's the pitch to Ken Phelps. Ground ball to Candale. Candale's throw the first is in time. One away. Never mind, it is Hassan Kim there. Now bring John Mayberry to the plate to face McGinty. McGinty's first cast delivery is a ground ball. Garver picks it up, throws it to first. I am just off with all the players today. It's Nielsen throwing the first. 2 away. So that brings up Larry Gardner to the plate. It's a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 to McGinty. And he walks in. Tying run is now on. And that brings Elmer Smith to the plate. McGinty stays in here. Let's see what he can do. And that is a base hit to left field. Gardner takes third, but does not go home. And now bring Ken O'Day to the plate. Base hit will tie the game. Extra base hit may give him the lead. McGinty staying in. McGinty fires. Strikes him out. Strike 3. McGinty goes the distance, and we are going to a game 3 as Bonnie Lake wins 2-1 in game 2. So McGinty goes the distance, 129 pitches, 5 hits, 4 walks, and the earned run in a 2-1 victory. Jaewon So went 6 1/3 and gave up 2 runs in the loss. So it was a good pitching matchup. So we're going to go to game 3s here. Winnipeg and Aubes The Octopi and the Tens and the Grimace Mets and the LPs all in their deciding game for the semifinals here. It will be Jamie Moyer against Rich Hill. I don't think I have any. I'm going to go with Evaldi here. Evaldi will get the start. So it'll be Evaldi going against Rich Hill. I don't trust Meyer in this matchup. It may come back to bite me in the end. But I'm going to go with Evaldi. I didn't put him in for nothing. So here we go. Deciding game here between the Grimace Mets and the LPs. Still waiting here. Waiting for this game to get in. Once again, guys, thank you for spending your time here. It is 2 a.m. on the Pacific Coast here. Hopefully, as I said earlier, hopefully I hear back from OOTP about drops so you can get yesterday's drops and today's drops in the same stream. So here we are, game 3. We're going to start off with the highlights if they come in anytime now. Let's start off in the bottom of the third here, no score. Nathan Evaldi pitching against John Mayberry. Runners at first and second. There's 2 away. Evaldi's pitch, that is a crushed ball to left field. That is gone. Regretting my decision to start Evaldi, it is now 3-0 Grimace. So we go to the top of the fourth. It's 3-0. Rich Hill dealing so far, facing Mitch Garver with a runner on first. Here's the pitch, and that is a base hit to left. It gets by the left fielder. Runners heading for second and third. They are going to be safe. So that puts runners at second and third, nobody out. 1 run will come in, so there's now 1 away, and that brings Deion James to the plate. Here's the pitch from Rich Hill. And he walks him. So the time runs on, and that brings up Hassan Kim to the plate. Rich Hill, runners at first and second, trying to hold the LP offense at bay. Rich Hill's wonderful offering is up the middle for a base hit. Runner looking to score, and it gets by the center fielder, but the run does not capitalize to tie the game, and it's only 3-2 LPs instead of 3-3. Not a heads up base running there from Deion James. But that will bring Casey Candale to the plate. It's a 3-1 count with Rich Hill pitching. Here's the pitch from Hill, and he walks him. So it's now the base is loaded here, and that brings up Don Detmer to the plate to face Hill. Detmer looking to break this game open with a base hit to the gap. Hill's pitch, he strikes him out. Huge strikeout, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Bobby Bonds to the plate. Bonds needs a hit here to keep this offense clicking. Here's the pitch from Bonds. And that's a fly ball to center. That's an easy play. It's caught. So we go down to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 3-2, Grimace Mets. So we go to the top of the seventh. Rich Hill still pitching. It's 3-2. Don Detmer leading off. Here's the pitch to Don Detmer. And he gets into one. Swung on and belted deep to right. Fly away. Home run for Don Detmer. And it is all tied up at 3 in the seventh. Huge leadoff home run from Don Detmer in a deciding game 3 here. So that brings Bobby Bonds to the plate. Bonds looking to go back to back and give him the lead. Here's the pitch from Hill. And it's a base hit to right. The Bonds will be on here. It's representing the go-ahead run, and that brings up Bill Sweeney. Sweeney will get the pitch from Hill, and it's bunted. The throw the first is in time, but the runner advances one away. So that brings Wally Joyner to the plate. It's 3-3, 1 run in for the LPs. Bobby Bonds at second. Bub Byerly has entered the game for the Grimace Mets. Here's the Grimace Mets offering. And that's a fly ball to left. That's caught. Runner doesn't advance. 2 away. So that brings up Mitch Garver. Garver's base hit will give him the lead here. Here's the pitch. That is a base hit to right. Bonds looking to score. The throw home is not in time. So the LPs here grab a 4-3 lead on the single from Mitch Garver. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th with that 4-3 lead. Evaldi settling down after the 3rd inning, throwing 3 straight scoreless innings. Gary Reineke will lead off here for the Grimace Mets. The pitch to the Mets outfielder, and it's a base hit to right, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Reineke heading for second. The throw to second is not in time. So the tying run is now at second for Billy North. Baldy in trouble, trying to prevent the run from scoring here with no out. Here's the pitch to North. He pops him up, and it will be caught by Kim. 1 away. That brings Elmer Smith to the plate. Smith looking to tie the game with a base hit. Here's the pitch to Uvalde. And that is line to right. That is a base hit to the wall. And run scores. And it is 4-4 on the double from Elmer Smith. And now bring up Ken O'Day. O'Day can give him the lead with a base hit here. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third, and he is out. 2 away. So that'll bring Eric Young. Eric Young looking to bring Elmer Smith home. He is 90 feet away here from giving them the lead. Here's the pitch. And it's ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time to get out of the inning, but New York does score one, and it's now 4-4 in the 8th. Now bring Casey Candale up with a 3-0 count. But Byerly's still in the game for the Grimace Mets. The pitch from the Mets pitcher. He walks him. That puts the go-ahead run on for Larry Gardner. Gardner looking to move Casey Candale over and get a productive out here at minimum. The pitch to Gardner. It's a runner goes, and it's a base hit. Candale heading for third, and he is safe. So that puts the go-ahead run 90 feet away, and Bobby Bonds will enter the box. Byerly, they're leaving him in there. He may be tiring. Here's the pitch to Byerly. And that's a fly ball to center, and it is caught. Runner tags. Candale will score, and it is 5-4 LPs in the 8th. And now we'll bring up Bill Sweeney. The pitch to Sweeney is a base hit up the middle. Runners stay. Now runners at first and second. And that brings up Leo Kiley to the plate. I'm sorry, Leo Kiley will come in the pitch for the LPs. Larry Gardner's at the plate. Here's the pitch to Larry Gardner. Ground ball to second. Hewlett with the play. The throw to first is in time. Sweeney for 1 away. That brings Sean Mayberry to the plate with 2 out here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman, and he gets to the bag. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 5-4 LPs here in the in the top of the ninth. Yeah, top of the ninth. So Joe Ostrowski will come in to close it out for the LPs. Well, God, I'm getting tired. The LPs will have Mitch Garver lead off here in the top of the ninth. Here's the pitch to Garver. And that's a fly ball. Deep, gone. Home run for Mitch Garver. And the LPs increase the lead. It is now 6-4 on the home run from Garver. And that will bring up Vince DiMaggio. Still nobody out. DiMaggio looking for back-to-back here. Here's the pitch. That is a base hit to right. So the LP's back in business on offense. And that will bring up Shobo Fisher to the plate. Here's the pitch to Fisher. And that is a base hit to right. DiMaggio heading for third, and he'll be safe. So that will bring Casey Candale up. Looking to break the game open and get some insurance runs here with a base hit. Here's a pitch to Casey Candale. That is a line shot down the left field line. 1 run is in. 2 runs looking to score. They will score. Candale in with a double. A huge double. And it's now 8-4 Bonney Lake. As Bobby Bonds is now at the plate with 3 runs in here for the LPs. Here's the pitch from Ostrowski. And that is a fly ball to right. And that's a base hit to the wall. Run scores. Bonds heading for second. Going for third. The throw to third is not in time. And it's now 9-4 Bonney Lake here as they put a 4 spot up in the ninth. So here's Billy North to plate. Here's the pitch to Billy North. And that's a fly ball to center. And that game is over. And we have finished this game. And they are moving on to the semifinals as the LPs win 11-4 on a 6 spot in the ninth. So here's game 1 of the semifinal. We have time for a game here against the Octopi. And we'll start quickly in the bottom of the 4th. There's no score here. Greg Swindell pitching for the Octopi. Don at first. Don Detmer at the plate. Here's the pitch to the second Don. Runner goes, and it's a base hit to center field. Runner heading for third is Pavlovich, and he will be safe. So runners are now at the corners for Vince DiMaggio to face Swindell. Here's the pitch from Greg Swindell. That's a fly ball to center, and it is caught. So they get out of that inning, and it's no score. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Deion James will lead off here against Swindell. James gets the delivery, and that is a base hit to center. So leadoff single for Deion James. And it will now bring up Dave Nielsen to the plate as Deion James advanced to third on the productive out. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. That's a fly ball to left. Caught. The throw home was nice. So it keeps the runner at third. And they get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. Jamie Moyer cruising so far facing Ken Phelps. I just cursed him again. Here's the pitch to Phelps. And that is a base hit to right. You would think the announcer would stop trying to curse his own team. But it'll bring Andy Etchebarren to the plate. Here's the pitch to Etchebarren. That's fly ball left. And there's the commentator's curse right there. Home run. 2-0 Octopi. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-0 Octopi. Swindell still in this game, only allowing 4 hits so far. Deion James over at first. Ha-Seong Kim at the plate. Here's the pitch to Kim. And that is a base hit to left. Runner will stay at second. So it's runners at first and second with 2 out. And the go-ahead run, Dave Nielsen's at the plate to face Swindell. Swindell's still pitching in this game, only allowing 5 hits now through 7. Here's a pitch from Swindell, and he strikes out Nielsen, his 4th strikeout, and they get out of the inning, and it's still 2-0. We go to the top of the 8th. Jamie Moyer's still pitching. He's only allowed 5 hits, but they cannot capitalize on run support right now. Here's the pitch to Esteban with a runner at first. And that is a base hit up the middle. Runner heading for third changes his mind. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out with Casey Candale at the plate. Here's the pitch to Candale. And that's a fly ball that's going to get over the center fielder's head and all the way to the wall. This should clear the bases. And it does. Basic clearing double for Candale, and it's 5-0 Octopi. They would add 1 more run, go to the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Vince DiMaggio at the plate, down 6-0. Tom Zachary here to close it out. Here's a pitch from Zachary. And that is caught by the third baseman, and they will double him off. They will win game 1 of the semifinal. The final score, it's 1-0. So it's not looking good here for the home team. All Bees did win game 1 in their semifinal by a score of 7-2 over the Jacksonville Hammers. So game 2 in about 4 minutes here. As for the open cap, they will open against Buhner's Bombers. It will be Pedro Martinez going against Lou Brissy. Jim Maroc will go against Zach Greinke. Bob Miller will face Eric Hansen. Nathan Eovaldi will face Jim Merritt, and Roy Halladay will face Mike Morgan. The Buhner's Bombers will send Ken Griffey Jr., Pedro Martinez, the 101 Pedro Martinez. So they'll have 2 perfects, 2 golds, 4 silvers, and a whole bunch of irons, full of combinators. I really like my change. Well, I actually feel good about this because we have handled the big combinator teams well in this low cap, in any cap so far. It's not terrible. I think we'll be able to cover 1 game of this because I'm starting to fade a little. But we'll see what happens with the Octopi here. As game 2 will be here. I'm going to run the break here. Get it out of the way so we don't have to worry about it the rest of the way. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so here we are. Last chance, do or die for the LPs here. We're going to start in the top of the third. Al Hollingsworth is on the mound for the Octopi. Pavlitish is at second. Mitch Garver's at the plate. Here's the pitch to Garver. And that is a line shot to left field. Base hit down all the way to the wall and in the corner. One run will score. Garver with the double, and it's 1-0 LPs here early. That will bring Don Detmer to face Hollingsworth. Here's the pitch to Hollingsworth. That is a base hit up the middle. 2 runs will now be in for the LPs as the throw is not in time. Detmer with an RBI single, and it's 2-0. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 2-0. Brett Saberhagen on the mound. Fothergill over at first. Buzz Boyle is at the plate. Here's the pitch to Boyle. Runner goes, and it's a base hit to left. Runner heading for third. He is safe. Fothergill gets to third, and now Tim Jordan's at the plate with nobody out. Here's the pitch to Jordan, and that is a line shot, and it's caught. Denver comes up with the catch. Run does score, but it prevents multiple runs from scoring on the catch. And it's 2-1 LPs. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Marlon Anderson at the plate here. Here's the pitch from Saberhagen. That's a fly ball to left center, and that is gone. All right from Anderson, and it's all tied up. We go to the top of the sixth. Deion James at second. Dave Nielsen's at the plate. Hollingsworth's offering is a base hit up the middle. Run scores. And it is 3-2 Bonnie Lake as we stay in the top of the sixth here. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Bill Sweeney at the plate to face Brabender, who's in the game for the Octopi. Here's the pitch. And that's a base hit to left. Runner looking to score, and he will. So they'll extend this lead 4-2 on a Sweeney RBI single. And that will bring up Shelbo Fisher in the top of the eighth. It is 4-2. Brabender still pitching. Here's the pitch. And Shelbo gets into one. Base hit. Fisher with the single to lead off. Now bring up Dave Nielsen. 4-2 here in the top of the eighth. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. That's a fly ball to center field. It is high. It is deep. It is gone. Home run for Dave Nielsen. The 405-foot blast, and it's now 6-2 LPs here in the eighth. So we go to the bottom of the eighth here. It's 6-2. Saberhagen still in this game. Casey Candale at second. Bob Fothergill, who scored earlier, is at the plate. Here is pitch for Fothergill, and that is a base hit to the gap in left center field. Runner will score. Fothergill heading for second, and he will be safe. So an RBI double here for Fothergill, and it's now 6-3 LPs. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 6-3 LPs. Tim Jordan over at first. Ned Hamlin at the plate. There is nobody out. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Sandy Consuerga, who's in to close it. He walks him. That brings the tying run to the plate. That is Kent Phelps. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. It is caught. Runner thinks about tagging, changes his mind, 1 away. So it's another 3-0 count as Michael Tucker's at the plate. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Consuerga. And he walks him, so now the bases are loaded, and the go-ahead run is Marlon Anderson, and he's at the plate. Here's Consuerga's pitch, and he pops him up. Kim makes the catch, 2 away. So that will bring up Sully Hoffman to the plate. Still 2 out here, bases loaded. Consuerga's offering. And that is a base hit to right center field. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. And it is all tied up at 6. On the bases clearing double from Hoffman. And now that brings up Casey Candale. And here's the pitch to Casey Candale. And that is a base hit to right. The Octopi will win it on the walk-off single from Casey Candale. And this run is over, as the Octopi beat Bonnie Lake 7-6. Ouch. That hurts. We did get to the semifinal, so we will get 2 historical gold packs. It does add to our silver total. Been a really good week on the way at dailies, but we're going to go straight into the low cap. And as soon as I remember to hide scores again, go to the start screen, and the low cap game 1 is in here. Don't know how much of the low cap I'm going to be doing, but Buhner's Bombers against the LPs, I believe this is game 1. We're going to start off at the top of the first here. Lou Brissy facing Jay Buhner. Runners at first and second. Thon at first. Steffens at second. Here's the pitch from Brissy. That's a fly ball to center. That's going to get over his head and to the wall. That's going to score 1 run. Second runner thinks about it, doesn't score, but the Bombers get a run here on the double from Buhner, and it's 1-0. He would add a run, so we'd go to the... Oh, we're still in the top of the first here. Buhner at second, Rizzo at the plate. Brissy's pitch, and that's a base hit to right. That should score a run and make it 3-0. Runner heading for second. The throw from the stands is cut off. So it's 3-0 Buhner. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's 3-1. 1 run in here. Henry Davis at the plate. Gene Tennis over at first. 2 out. Pedro Martinez is on the mound. Here's the pitch from Martinez. That's a fly ball to center field. That's high. That's deep. And a goodbye baseball. Tie game on the home run for Davis. So they answered the 3-run first with a 3 spot of their own in the first. And we go to the top of the third here. Brissy in trouble again. Ken Griffey Jr. at second. Jay Buhner at first. Nelson Cruz is at the plate as we're facing a theme team from the Mariners. Here's a pitch from Brissy. He strikes him out. 1 away on the fastball. That brings up Anthony Rizzo. Here's the pitch to Rizzy. That's a ground ball to second. The throw to second. So they get the force. Griffey Jr. goes to third. 2 away. That'll bring Brett Boone to the plate. Here's the pitch to Boone. That's a base hit to left center. 1 runs in. And it is 4-3 on the RBI double from Boone. That's all they would score. So we go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-3 Bombers. Pedro with the pitch. And he walks him. So Dunn goes to second. Go ahead runs on, and it's Henry Davis to the plate to face Martinez. Here's the 3-2. And he gets him. Strike 3. The 6th strikeout early for Pedro Martinez. That brings up Jeff Devannon to the plate. Here's the pitch to Devannon. And he strikes out. The 7th K for Martinez to get out of the inning. Stranding 2 runners. So we go to the top of the 4th. It's 4-3 Bombers. So that'll bring Jay Buhner to lead off here in the 5th. Here's a pitch from Brissy. And that is not coming back. Home run for Buhner. 5-3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-3 Bombers. Dickie Thon at the plate to face Pedro Martinez. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that is a base hit to left. Thon with the single to lead off here in the 5th. And that brings up Jim Presley to the plate to face Pedro. Here's the pitch from Pedro. And that's a line shot to right field. And that's a base hit. Thon heading for third. Heading home, and he will be safe. So the LPs score on the double from Presley, and it's now 5-4 Bombers. One run is in. We're still in the fifth here, one out. Presley goes over the third. Gene Tennis is now the plate to face Pedro. Here's a pitch to Tennis. That is a base hit to right. This should tie the game. No throw home. It's cut off. That's how they will get out of this inning. So we go to the top of the seventh. It's 5-5. Brissy's somehow still in this game for the LPs. Dickie Thon at the plate. Here's a pitch to Dickie. And that's a ground ball to short. That should be an infield single, and it is. So that brings Ken Griffey Jr. to the plate. Nobody out. 1-2 count. Chris Walsh has entered the game for the LPs. Here comes the bullpen. Here's the pitch from Walsh. Ground ball to second. Great play. They get the out on the great play from Sweeney, but it's one away. That brings Jay Buhner to the plate. Here's the pitch from Walsh. And that's a fly ball to right. Does this have enough? No, it does not. It is caught. 2 away. Runner does not advance. So that brings Nelson Cruz to the plate. Here's Walsh's pitch. That's a fly ball to right, and then we'll get out of this inning. He was hit hard, but nothing to show for it. We go to the bottom of the seventh, and it is 5-5. We go to the bottom of the eighth, and it's still 5-5. Henry Davis is up. Here's the pitch from Steve Trout. And he walks Davis, ball 4. I'll bring up Bill Sweeney to the plate. It's a 3-1 count. Steve Trout still pitching. Here's the pitch from Trout. And that is a line shot and is caught. Nice catch from Nelson Cruz. 2 away. Now I'll bring up Mitch Garver to the plate. Here's the pitch. Garver walks. And now that will bring up Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell runners at first and second. 2 out here. 5-all. Here's the pitch from Trout. And he walks Bagwell. Trout having some issues with his control. And that brings Justin Maxwell to the plate with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that is a fly ball to left. They will get out of this inning, stranding the bases loaded. So we go to the top of the ninth, and it's still tied at 5. Sandy Vance has entered the game to face Duffy Dwyer here in the ninth. Here's the pitch to Dyer. And that's a fly ball to right. That should be an easy play. One away for Dunn. That brings up Dickie Thon. Here's the 3-0. Singled in his last time up, and he will walk this time. So that brings Ken Griffey Jr. Here's the pitch to Griffey. He strikes him out swinging. 2 away. They will get out of this inning, and now we go to the bottom of the ninth. Bill Gullickson on the mound for the Bombers. Dickie Thon will lead off here. Here's the pitch to Dickie. And he pops him up. Easy play for the catcher. 1 away. Now brings up Adam Dunn. There's 2 out here. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Gullickson. He strikes him out on the curveball. Go to bonus baseball. It's still tied at 5. Sandy Vance will stay in for the LPs to face Jay Buhner. Here's the pitch to Buhner. And that is a base hit to center. So leadoff single here for Buhner. And that brings up Nelson Cruz. Here's the pitch to Nelson Cruz. And that's a fly ball to left. That gives them the lead. It's 7-5. So we go to the bottom of the inning. Gene Tennis will lead off a 7-5 game here. They're behind. Gullickson stays on. Here's the pitch to Tennis. And he strikes out swinging on a curveball. So now, time run up here, 2 out. Last chance for the LPs. Mitch Garver at the plate to face Gullickson. Sweeney over at first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, the ground ball's is short, the throw to first is in time, and they will win. Oh, wait, it's off target. He's safe on the review. So that brings up Jeff Bagwell to go ahead run to face Gullickson. Here's the pitch to Gullickson, or from Gullickson, and that is a fly ball to center. Either way, Body Lake will be down 1-0 as they lose 7-5 to the Bunners. Alright, guys, we're going to do one more game here. We're going to do this game here, and then I'm going to see you on my raid because I am starting to fade finally. So here we go. Game 2. We're going to start in the top of the first. Runners at first and second. Granky facing Bunner. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, 3-0. Not even gonna bother. This may get ugly fast. Fast forward to the bottom of the inning. Dickey thought at first. Bagwell at the plate. It's 3-0. Bombers here. Here's the pitch. And Bagwell answers. But it's off the wall. Runner will score. Bagwell with the triple. And it is 3-1. So that brings Adam Dunn to the plate. It's 3-1. 1 run in here for the LPs. Here's the pitch. That is a base hit to right. That scores a run. RBI single. It is now 3-2. We will stay here in the bottom of the first. It's 2 runs in for the LPs. 1 out. Henry Davis is up. Runners at first and second. Can they get to him early? Fly ball to left field. High. Deep. Gone. Davis with his second home run of the series. And it is 5-3 in the first as the LPs put a 5 spot up in the first inning. So, with that, we go to the top of the third. It is 5-3, Ken Griffey Jr. on second. Jay Buhner representing the tying run at the plate. Here's Granky's offering. And that's a fly ball to center, left center, and it gives out of here. Just like that, it is tied. Which brings Duffy Dwyer up at the top of the fourth. Still tied at 5. Here's the pitch from Granky. Remember when there was pitching? There's none of this. Ground ball to right field. Double for Dwyer. And that brings up Jake Steffens. Here's the pitch to Steffens. That's a ground ball to short, and it is, I don't know what you want to call it, but either way, the runners are now at the corners with Dickey Thom. Here's the pitch to Dickey. And that's a fly ball to center. And it is caught. Runner tags. He will score. And it is now 6-5. So we stay in the top of the fourth here. Steffens at first. Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. There's still 2 out. John Coleman's entered the game. Pitch from Coleman. Runner goes, and that ball is not coming back. Hit to a different area code. Home run for Ken Griffey Jr., and it's 8-5 Bombers in the fourth. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. Let's see if the LPs can answer here. Bill Sweeney at the plate. Runner at first base. Lamarck still pitching. Here's the pitch. That's the base hit to center. So we got something going here. Runners at first and second. That's Jim Presley coming to the plate. Here's the pitch to Presley. And he strikes him out. The 4th strikeout for Lamarck. And that brings up Curry Foley. Foley looking to tie the game up with 1 swing of the bat or get a base hit to cut into the lead. Here's the pitch to Foley. That's a fly ball to center. It is caught. Runners don't advance. And that brings up Jeff DeVannen. Here's the pitch to DeVannen. Walks him. So now the bases are loaded. And that brings up Dickey Thom. Here's the pitch to Dickey. That is a base hit up the middle. 1 runs in. 2 runs will come in. 2 RBI single for Thon, and it's 8-7 as they draw closer here. Manny Parra will enter the game. 2 runs are in here for the LPs. Runners at first and second. Jeff Bagwell's at the plate. Here's the 3-2. And he walks him. So the bases are loaded again for Adam Dunn. Here's the pitch to Adam Dunn. And that is a base hit up the middle. It's a tie game. Go ahead runner looking to score. And he does. The throw to third is not in time. So the Dunn signal brings in 2, and it's now 9-8 Bonnie Lake here in the 4th. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's 9-8. Pitching has been optional. Clyde Wright has entered the game for the LPs. Here's the pitch to Rizzi. And that is a base hit to right. Rizzo will get on here with a leadoff single. That brings up Jake Steffens. Here's the pitch to Jake Steffens. And it's a bunt. Throw the first is in time. 1 away. So they advance the runner on a productive out. That brings up Dickie Thon to the plate. Here's the pitch to Dickie. Strikes out swinging on the fastball. So it brings up Ken Griffey Jr. Jr. tied this game with his last at bat. Here's the pitch to Griffey. That's a base hit over the that's a base hit. Run looking to score. It does. It's all tied up. So that'll bring Jeff Bagwell to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. They have answered every shot from the Bombers so far. Dickie Thon at first. Manny Parra is pitching. Here's the pitch from Parra. And he walks him. So the third walk from Parra brings up Adam Dunn. Here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball to second. They will turn the 4-6-3 and get out of the inning. It's still 9-9. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still 9-9. Brett Boone at first. Here's the pitch to Manto. And he pops him up. Shortstop. It's dropped. Huge miscue from the shortstop. And now that brings Duffy Dwyer with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Dwyer. And he strikes out swinging. Huge strikeout. 2 away. Now bring up Anthony Rizzo. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. And he pops him up. They get out of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's still tied at 9. Now bring up Henry Davis. Here's the pitch from LaTroy Hawkins, who's entered the game. And that's a fly ball, and it's a line shot to left center. It's a base hit. Runner heading for second. He is safe. So the go-ahead runs at second, and Bill Sweeney will enter the box here. Here's the pitch from Hawkins. That's a ground ball to left, and it's booted. Runner stays. Everybody's safe. Now I'll bring up Jim Presley. Here's the pitch to Presley. That's a fly ball to center. It is caught. 2 away. Now I'll bring up Curry Foley. Here's the pitch to Foley. Who needs to pitch when you got a bat like Foley? Base hit to right. Runner heading to home. And he is safe. So the LPs come in on the RBI single from Foley, and it's 10-9. We go to the top of the 8th. It is still 10-9. Ken Trinkle on the mound for the LPs. Here's the pitch from Trinkle. He walks him. So that brings up Dickie Thumb. It's a pitch from Dickie. He pops him up. Easy play for the second baseman or the shortstop. And they make the play this time. Going away. So I'll bring Ken Griffey Jr. to the plate. Jr. tied it the last time up. Ground ball to second. This should be a 4-6-3. They get the force, but no relay. So Nelson Cruz will enter the box. Here's the 2-2, and he strikes him out. They get the walk, but nobody scores. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 10-9 LPs. Here's Dickie Thon to the plate. The pitch, Dickie. Fly ball. Center field. High, deep, gone. 424 feet on the home run from Dickie. And it is now 11-9 LPs here in the 8th. And that will bring Jeff Bagwell. The pitch from LaTroy Hawkins, he came in the game. And that's a base hit to left center field, all the way to the wall. Bagwell heading for second, and he will be safe. So here it is. It will not score, so we go to the top of the ninth. The Ken Trinkle looking to close it. Here's the pitch from Trinkle. So here we are. Full count. 11-9, top of the ninth. Ken Trinkle in here. Here's Brett Boone. Here's the pitch to Brett Boone. That's ground ball to short. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend. They're down to their last out. Nate Quintero will be here to close it. Orestes this trade. Here's the pitch. Orestes. It's a fly ball. Right field. And it's gone. It's now 11-10 on the home run from Destrade. And that brings Duffy Dwyer. Here's the first pitch to Dwyer. That's a ground ball to short. The throw to first is in time. And they will now tie it up at 1. Guys, I will be dead serious. I'm going to go see who I can raid. I am dozing. Let me see who's on. Once again, guys, thank you for sticking it out. 3 hours and 41 minutes here. Alright, so I'm going to send you to the Retro Games Marathon. It is equivalent. It is the equivalent to going to Alf from Ezra. So here it is. I'll start the raid there. Once again, guys, thank you for all the follows. Thank you for sticking through this whole time. Thank you for Cheeky for the raid. I will let you know tomorrow how the open cap went from yesterday. We're probably looking at the Soriee again tomorrow. I think that's what we're gonna go with here. So once again, guys, thank you, and have a nice morning.